you really don't trust me, come with a real. You here been a front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money, money in the bank. Coming with a dank, skirling in a tank, rolling with a gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome to World Heavyweights Live on WorldSports.com. I'm joined by Spimo Rex. Young Chris is not here. We have a replacement, and his name is Unky Skeet.
Unky Skeet.
What's up, boys? How you doing, boys? What's up, chat?
OG Unky Skeet in the building. We got Nicholas Koloff as always.
Let's go.
Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Speaking of Nicholas Koloff,
oh god,
John Calipari. We called him out by the true coaching standards. Last night, you could arguably say he went in there with a lesser team, came out on top.
The lesser team, the 5 stars that he brought with him, one of Dusty May's old players.
What's going on? What was your reaction to that game last night?
I mean, to be honest, it's a game they should have won. They had the lead early. I was pissed off that the thing that's been holding this team down all year has been the turnovers, and they just cannot get out of their own way. Honestly, this Michigan basketball team turns the ball over so much. When we talked about their hot streak, and Spencer was talking about Sparty, and when I was talking about Michigan, I just talked about these turnovers, and they cannot stop turning the ball over. And they would have won this game last night by a large margin if they didn't have 70 turnovers in this game.
They made a great effort coming back. That kind of surprised me by the end.
Showed me this team has a little bit of heart, which I love to see, and they stopped turning the ball over. That's how they came back in this game.
That's what's going to happen all year, like with Michigan. Be ready for that. That's how they play. That's how Dusty May coaches. It's up and down, a lot of possessions, a lot of fast pace. You're going to turn the ball over a lot. You're going to score a lot. There's going to be a lot of runs. Like we saw Michigan up by 18 and then down by 15 and then cut it to 2. Like that's going to be a lot of their game plan this year. That's how Dusty May operates. That's how they play ball.
Yeah, the thing to me though, honestly, on it is Trey Donaldson has to take better care of the ball. That's it. Like that point guard specifically, I felt like he had a lot of questionable plays, and I do like them pushing the pace, but like him specifically, I was looking at his like stats from the last previous years. I was like, is this guy a turnover machine? He wasn't.
Yeah,
so that was just a big game last night. Obviously, the last play call of the game, going for the 2, backdoor cut. I don't hate. Yeah, actually, I do hate the call. I would have gone for the win there. After coming all the way back down in the second half, I would have gone for the 3, gone for the kill. I don't know if you win that game in overtime, just the way things were going.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say go for the win too, but what are you going to do? They got a good look.
Killed my parlay.
Yeah, same. But, I mean, they didn't – it was like a scramble drill.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would consider it a good look. It was almost another turnover. It
Yeah,
should
I
have
would
been,
say
honestly.
they need to execute more, but it was like – it was drawn up right, you know?
Yeah, the guy was just on him. He shouldn't have passed him the ball, honestly. But yeah.
Does Calipari get are we a little bit too hard on him with the coaching criticism, or?
No, I mean it's been proven in his career what he is as a head coach. He's more of a recruiter and a salesman than he is a basketball coach. But hey, he did a good job.
It's fair. Yep.
I don't think one game against Michigan in December is going to change how people feel about John Calipari in his career.
I think they'll make the tournament, win a game.
Probably, that's what they do. That's when you have all that talent that he can recruit. That's what happens. And like we know who he is though as a coach and what his teams normally do. He has the most players like ever put into the NBA, and he's only got 1 championship. So
yeah, even besides turnovers, real quick for Dusty May, the offensive rebounding that they're allowing has been just, it makes me want to pull my hair out. This team has 2 7-footers that are both not very aggressive on the defensive glass. The guards need to start helping out, and you need to get a lot more aggressive as Danny Wolf and Vlad Golden. I've liked their offensive game a lot. Defensively, get the damn rebound. If they can do that, I think this team will be just fine, even if they continue to turn the ball over.
yeah, Jackson Kohler's about to eat those fuckers alive on the offensive boards. You better believe it.
When is that?
I don't know.
It's late. I think both of them are
Both
late.
of them are probably pretty late. It's going to be a couple good games, man. Both teams are looking good. So
Speaking of overrated, soft. The state of Ohio, Representative Josh Williams tweets this out today. He says, I am proud to introduce the OHIO Sportsmanship Act to make flag planting at the midfield a felony in the state of Ohio. behavior that incites violent brawls and puts our law enforcement officers in danger has no place on the football field. This is a real tweet from a real representative from the real state of Ohio. Absolute soft-ass, garbage-ass,
Some of the most
horse
pussy shit I've ever heard.
Holy shit.
Ridiculous level of pussy in that statement. You're going to...
That's the ultimate taking my
felony?
ball and going home. A felony?
Like-
That's the craziest part about a felony?
That is wild. You're going to ruin a kid's life because he beat you in football? Why don't you grow a fucking sack, dude? Don't fight him after the game. Or if you get fucking maced because your team's fighting after the game, suck it up. That's what happens. Like, that planting the flag as a felony is fucking crazy. I hope they do it every year. I hope a kid does it every year.
That's
Yeah, this
terrible.
is a.
They find a kid on the team that's already got a felony. They're like, hey, go do it. Go plant the flag. Take one for the team.
Take one for the team.
So-
That's just unbelievably soft. From,
This kid's from Ohio.
Travis, you got to fucking get your people because that is ridiculously soft.
Come get your man's. He's from Toledo.
Well, read the
That's our
specifics
boy's
of
hometown.
that.
He
It's
went-
not just it's specifically for the 50-yard line at the
Ohio's-
horseshoe.
yeah.
Even though they say the state of Ohio.
Yeah,
in
this thing
there.
says state of Ohio.
Yeah, you can still plant it at Bowling Green or Toledo or Cincinnati, anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, it's specifically for the state.
Yeah, that's huge pussy shit.
I'm reading it right now. Yeah, I mean, insane. This guy's from Toledo. If we know anything about these kids from Toledo, he didn't go to Ohio State first and foremost. He went to Adrian, which is here in Michigan,
Shout out.
then Toledo. He's also a Lions fan. He's not even a fucking Browns or. Why does Ohio have multiple teams, by the way?
Ohio has
The most random state to have multiple football
in
teams.
pretty
New York,
much
I get
every
it.
sport.
Texas, I get it. Yeah, how?
They got 2 football teams. They got 2 hockey teams. They got 2 baseball teams.
How?
Only
It's-
1 basketball
It's
team. but
Ohio.
it
Like,
does-
like when Michigan's kind of big, I get it. Like we're surrounded by like the largest body of fresh water. I understand that. You can make sense of that. Like that's a fucking necessity for the state of America. For America. What does Ohio have to offer to deserve 2 teams
nothing. Cedar Point.
in any sport? It's insane. I'm sorry, Nick. I know you want to say something on this. You're the resident Michigan fan.
I mean, this is soft as shit. This is basically like giving up because you know it's going to happen again in the future. That's what I see out of this. This is scared money, don't make money. This is preparing for the future because it's going to happen a lot. Get used to Bryce Underwood's name, buddy, even though he'll only go there one time in his career and get the dub.
It's a felony of the 5th degree. A 5th degree felony is the least severe in Ohio and carries a penalty of 6 to 12 months in prison and up to $2,500 fine and up to 5 years probation.
That's so soft, dude. A felony for planting a flag has to be the softest thing to ever happen in sports.
Does that hurt his political career?
It should.
Yes, it's better.
It absolutely
Like that's
should.
crazy.
He shouldn't. Nobody
I
should
could
vote
like
for
jokingly, ha ha ha.
I'd be like, this is the fucking pussy that wanted the felony over planting a flag. I'm not voting for him.
Yeah,
2 years. We'll find out in 2 years when the elections come up.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, that's absolutely insane.
We should have all. Or
I mean, go
Michigan-
Lions though. I'm shout out
Yeah.
to you for being a Lions fan. I guess.
I don't
but-
even know. I don't know if I want you to be a Lions fan. Like, I don't know if we want that in the fan base.
Dan Campbell would get him out
Yeah,
of here.
Dan Campbell will plant a flag right on your mom's front porch. Like, what are we doing here, dude?
It's freaky.
That's crazy.
I think the conferences are pretty serious, and so are the schools about taking a look at how they might create more aggressive approach to dealing with that. That's
Don't make it a felony, bro.
like
Like, what are you gonna do about it? You don't want me to plant the flag? Win.
that's
That's all it is.
When you're
really
You don't
that
want to have the other team celebrating. Win. That's all you got to do. What?
blows
This
my
is
mind.
soft, bro.
Did you send this video in, by the way?
Which one?
Your Shaq shout out?
No, I didn't. But it's a drop in the system. Yeah,
It's been going viral last
You
night.
a shout out to
You would make it a trap.
inside the NBA. Shaq. Yeah, you can hit it.
Yeah, tell him Spencer Rex.
So shout out to Shaq.
Play
He's
it one
shutting me
more
out.
Play it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, tell him Spencer Rex.
Tell him
So
Spencer Rex.
I just put a tweet out there because Shaq fucking, you know how they do the race to the board?
yeah.
Shaq beat Kenny, and he's like slapped out on the board and broke one of the panels.
Oh, I missed
It'd be like me going and hitting this, and one of the TVs breaking. That's exactly what Shaq did. And so I sent a GIF, and they posted it on the. And you heard Ernie was dying. I
Use the
made
hashtag?
Ernie Johnson audibly laugh for a while. So
Use the hashtag.
yeah, no, I just tagged NBA
NBA
on
TNT.
TNT. Yeah.
Yeah, tell him Spencer
I
Rex.
made Ernie Johnson, one of my idols in this business, laugh, and I made Shaq one of my favorite humans of all time shout out my name. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome, Spenny.
Sorry, I'm reading the rest of this Ohio thing. It's
Yeah,
blowing my
nobody
mind.
cares about that.
Yeah, tell him Spencer Rex.
I love Blaze Alliance. Yeah, that makes it all-
Netflix,
that makes it all
NBA,
better.
great.
Yeah,
TNT.
Netflix, Inside the NBA, you know.
Guy can't miss right now.
Broadcaster 6 going worldwide.
Broadcast 6. going
But
worldwide.
another thing that I saw, Pete, there's the graphic in there about how much they streamed.
Wait, Costa's back to.
Oh yeah, the viewers.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
Oh
The views?
my god.
Yeah, this the Lions broke a record against Green Bay for 17.29 million viewers. Is the most streamed regular season football game ever. By the numbers. We are America's team. Dallas, nobody cares about you. We're America's team now. We owned Thanksgiving. We won Thanksgiving, and guess what? We're about to break that record again this week against the Buffalo Bills. The two most streamed regular season games in NFL history will both have the Detroit Lions being a part of them. We are America's team. Dallas is nobody. People love to watch us, and we get the people going flat out. Shout out Dan Campbell and the boys. But yes,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. That's crazy.
yeah, Costa's back to Grand Rapids. It's because Talbot is ready to go.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Why?
So, Billy Huso, it was seen the goalies on the ice in practice today were Talbot, Lyon, and Billy Huso. So,
That's so stupid.
I don't know. I don't even
Am
want.
I tripping? Or is that's stupid?
No, it's. As long as Billy Huso doesn't get any starts, I'm fine with it.
I feel like we should just throw away our expectations. I mean,
No,
not-
Talbot and Lyon are good goaltenders. They are better than Sebastian Cossa right now. So if they are both ready to go, then I'm fine with it. But if Billy Huso is still, the second goalie on this team, then I'm not okay with it because not only is Sebastian Cossa the future, but he is objectively better than Billy Huso already. So as long as Billy Huso is not between the net anymore, I'm cool with it. If Talbot and Lyon are ready to go, then I understand it.
Nick.
This team played with energy in front of Sebastian Cossa, it looked like to me, and I thought you should definitely give Cossa some more run here. So instead of doing that, we're going to allow him to continue to develop, and we are going to wait to see all of these young kids that Steve Eiserman's drafted, besides obviously Raymond and Sider Edvinson. It's like we're waiting for the next tier of guys, and Sebastian Cossa is one of these extremely important guys for the future that I'm interested in seeing. This is must-see TV every time for me that Costa's in net. So this, to me, is a win-now move. So by doing this, they better fucking win some games. That's where I'm at with this Red Wing team, and they better play with energy in front of the guys in net. You can't be bad and not interesting.
Yeah, Sebastian Cossa is 1,000% going to be up for the Wings all year next year. That's not something you have to worry about. It would have been nice to see him get some starts, only if it was needed, though. Like I said, if Lyon and Talbot are good to go, they are an improvement over Sebastian Cossa, so I'm fine with that. If Billy Huso is getting time, I don't even want him to be the third
Was
goalie,
Talbot?
dude.
Talbot and Huso now?
What?
Is it Talbot and Huso now?
If Lyon's okay, they said Lyon was on the ice, so if he's okay too, then we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's hopefully Talbot is the starter against Philly on
By the way,
Thursday.
weird gap in sports. I know what the NBA has a tournament going on, so we don't see the Pistons till tomorrow. But it's 2 days without Pistons,
10 days without the Lions.
and then now too. Yeah, the Red Wings didn't play for what, from Tuesday or Monday?
They play tomorrow.
Monday to tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's another weird long
College
stretch.
basketball on. That's what I've been watching.
Expect
Some
a big
NBA.
Detroit Lions breakdown tomorrow. Yeah, thank God that Michigan played last night, which also gave me an opportunity to watch Michigan because I haven't really been doing that, and obviously the hype about their big men. So
What'd
it's
you
cool
think?
to check out.
Just
That one guy
first
looks like
reaction.
Taylor Lautner, but like a 7-foot version of him. Golden.
Yeah, Golden. The Russian.
Wolf
Yeah.
is a dog.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's a good player. He's
Yeah.
going to be in the NBA.
Larry Bird light, some say.
He's fluid for his
Yeah.
size.
Very
Yeah.
fluid.
Well,
Colin Carr's going to eat his ass twice this year.
Hey,
Pause.
yo, son.
Pause.
Yeah, relax.
I was just thinking, like,
so many other. Like,
somebody was talking
I heard
about.
you can use this.
Somebody was talking about the big man pick and roll with the two, 6'10" guys. I was like, all right, you put Cohen Carr and Xavier Booker out there and have them defend that pick and roll. Clap, clap. Meet me at the rim.
Just real quick, one more time, because I know we're not going to talk Red Wings the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Maybe we do if we open up questions and whatnot. As expectations change this year, do you see playoffs?
No, they're not making the playoffs this year.
Nope.
Nick?
No, they're not. I mean, if you're asking me right now if they're making the playoffs, no, it would take something
Unless
like.
they make a huge trade, but it's not going to happen. So, no, they won't make the playoffs this year.
Offense came to life last game.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care. They ain't making nothing.
Nah.
The offense hasn't been the problem, really.
I mean, the puck
Everything's-
control's been a little bit of a problem.
It's been their forward. Yeah, because they.
Everything's gone wrong at different points. It's weird.
No, the defense has been terrible all season. That is by far the biggest glaring problem on this team is there's 3 through 6 defenders.
And that's how they won in the 90s, guys. I was a child of, watching the team come up in the 90s from the Dead Wings, and that's how they won, playing defense in front of the goalie.
Yeah,
Simple.
they have two NHL defensemen on their roster.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
JB.
If Sherratt was literally the worst defenseman on your team, that's okay. But when he's the third best, your team is terrible.
yep.
Yeah.
JB said that's for sure a drop.
Which one?
The ass.
Oh, eat his ass. JB he put an N-word drop in there from when Easy said N-word yesterday.
N-word?
Yeah,
N-word?
like just N-word. Yeah,
Let's see if there's a right
Nick's gonna get
timing.
liberal with it. But
Wait, can I
let's
hear that
one? We'll see it after
Is
break.
it the N-word?
No, N-word. It's you saying N-word.
Oh.
Let's go to break and we'll talk about the Lions coming up next. Some good news on the injury front. Easy, tell us about Mark White.
Mark White gonna do you right. Call my guy Mark White and get right tonight. 248-290-8242. MarkWhiteSells.com. Can save you up to $5,000 on the closing cost of your new home. It's MarkWhiteSells.com.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Get energized for the holidays during the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Now through December 20th, join for $1 down, $15 a month. And recharge this holiday season and beyond in the clean and spacious judgment-free zone, filled with equipment for every workout. Stay motivated with free fitness training and lots more. Celebrate the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Join for $1 down, $15 a month. Hurry, offer ends December 20th.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network, Woodward Sports.
Sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSports@spine.com or call 248-426-9944.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, MotorSports.com. I'm joined by Morax, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. No, young Chris.
No young Chris.
We on Skeet.
Old Pete.
Old Pete.
You never explained to me the Uncle Skeet thing.
There's nothing to be explained.
Yeah, it's just Skeet.
The Skeet? All right.
Lives itself.
All right, that is what it is, man. Let Pete cook. Let Pete cook.
Let Pete cook.
Let Pete cook, baby.
Got to embrace it, baby.
It'd be cool if you just made up a story just now as to why you're Uncle Skeet.
Let me think on that one. I'll get back to it in a minute. Old frat stories.
Back to his days in Bowling Green.
But yeah, frat stories. I was thinking of some frat stories. Yeah,
Or on the
absolutely.
road with the roadies.
Keggers.
Yeah.
Well, there was the one time at the kegger where I got a girl, everything worked out really well. The kegger started early, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I took her home at 10 o'clock, and
Hell yeah.
About 10:30,
She saw Unky
10:45,
Skeet.
after everything was done, she's like, "You want to go back to the party?" I said, "Sure, let's go back to the party." And at 2 a.m., I took home another girl because she went home with her friends. So
Oh, yeah.
So there's that.
Double pump ski.
That's what I call monkey ski.
Yeah.
So there is that.
There you go.
Balls was hot.
Flannel could never.
He can't do the 2-in-1 shot.
No, he's the musket.
You ever been swallowed up?
They call him the musket because
Who calls him the musket?
he called himself that on fucking Wake Up Woodward.
That's disgusting.
He's the one pump.
That's actually gross.
He's the one shot and he's down for the count.
That's terrible.
Oh my
They call him the musket, man.
Oh, man.
Musket.
Detroit Lions injury
Look at all
update.
the Pete Cooks.
What'd he say?
Shout out, let Pete cook in the chat.
Shout out, let Pete cook. Taylor Decker was a full participant in practice today.
Yeah. So was Lee McNeil.
So was Lee McNeil. Lee McNeil with concussion. Taylor Decker had the knee injury, had the ankle situation going on. Full participant in practice. That's great to have back. I think you see a little bit of revival of the passing game with that one. Levon Zarike, limited practice. Josh Pascal, limited practice. DJ Reader did not participate but was off to the side with trainers. Dan Campbell did say, though, tomorrow on Thursday that the other guys may return to practice. He'll know for sure or know a lot more with Pascal and Zarike. Coming into a matchup against Josh Allen to me, that's huge. I think on all accounts. Taylor Decker coming back in case it ends up being a little bit of a shootout. You know, JG's fucking silencers versus Josh Allen's bazooka. And then you got friggin' Lee McNeil, Levon Zarike, two guys you need to absolutely crush down on that offensive line of the Buffalo Bills. So both stop the run.
Yeah.
And James Cook. And maybe get to Josh Allen.
Yeah, those guys being full participants back at camp or at practice today is huge. But the one I like to see that was limited participant at practice today was Josh Pascal. I think this week against the Bills, Josh Pascal is the single most important player the Lions could get back from injury. What he can do when it comes to setting the edge and containing the pocket is on par, if not better, than any other defensive end in the NFL. Josh Pascal is elite when it comes to stopping the run from the defensive end position. He will be extremely important when you look to try to limit Josh Allen. Josh Allen, this big unicorn running outside, making the throws. Josh Pascal and his ability to make Josh Allen stay in the pocket will be big against the Bills. So if he can come back for this game, I am extremely happy. Obviously, you love to hear that Taylor Decker and Lee McNeil both were full participants because you're going to need all hands on deck. You're playing one of the best teams in the NFL. You got a lot of rest. You got a 10-day break, so that is a good thing. But I'm really hoping that Josh Pascal plays in this one.
Yeah, I'm hoping both those guys. Lee McNeil, I mean, obviously sounds like he's back, which is tremendous for us. But, like, I was looking at the numbers last night. Josh Allen has, like, a league-high 14 touchdowns when it comes against the blitz. The other thing, too, is if that blitz doesn't land with him, he's gone.
Yeah.
And there's nobody back there to help you out with that one. I know that we've been blitzing a lot since the absence of David Hutchinson. I'd rather have our core four that maybe get down there with a regular press than to have to, like, send extra guys and we're kind of just burned if he just rolls out and they miss him. I don't want to blitz this guy as often as we've been blitzing just because of the dual threat capability that it has. I'll let this off the edge real quick with, like, a Emmanuel Mosley or a Brian Branch or something like that. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to give him opportunities to make big plays. Get your core four, get after him. I like what they did against Kyler Murray. I guess they're going rushing the four and they're dropping back. That's what Scott Bischoff was saying. I like that idea. I mean, you're not really going to get – if you can't get to him – he hasn't been sacked in the last 3 games, Josh Allen. He's tough to sack. He just rolls out and he gets you for like 39 yards.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
No.
Give me my big guys in there.
Need the big guys up the middle, and obviously,
clogging lanes.
You know, Doughboy Steve in the Woodward Sports chat says Pascal is only one side of the line. Yeah.
That's still really good.
That is correct. So I'd rather have that side of the line more secure with him out there because you know you've got Zadarius Smith on the other side who also excels in stopping the run and getting to the quarterback. Correct. So, yeah, I'd much like Josh Pascal to be on that other side than Zadarius Smith.
And I love Doughboy Steve, by the way. He listens to us back in the other room.
For sure. Shout out Doughboy Steve.
Like long time. But, like, look at the rushing numbers for the offenses against the Detroit Lions with and without Josh Pascal. The 2 90-yard games came in his absence. Last week, no Josh Pascal. 3 rushing touchdowns from Josh Jacobs and the Green Bay Packers. He matters a lot when it comes to stopping the run. And just a big body in itself, you're talking about a quarterback that can run. There's no true recipe to stopping that. But if you have a bigger body guy that can fill in a gap, fill in a lane, that's eliminating rushing lanes for him to make a decision to go down there. He has to run around, and then by then, the rest of the defense sees what he's trying to do. Mm-hmm. You need those bigger body guys.
You need them all.
Josh Pascal, yeah.
You need them all. And Josh Pascal is extremely important. He is your best edge rusher when it comes to stopping the run. So him being back would be vital for the Detroit Lions defense.
And then you look at last week's offensive game plan. A lot of those passes, like you said, they're extension of the run. They were short, sweet. Get your offensive line out in front of these guys, have them make their plays. With the Taylor Decker being back, especially in a game against Josh Allen, who's probably your MVP, is the MVP favorite right now. You want a guy like Taylor Decker who's going to allow plays to develop for Jared Goff, for Jameson Williams. I mean, what was his stat lineup last week?
J-Mo?
What did J-Mo finish with? I think he had that one long one, actually, the Yak.
He had a good game.
I think he might have 80 yards. Yeah, I think he had like 5 receptions, 80 yards. But regardless, so a lot of those like long developing players or plays that take a little bit more time to develop, Taylor Decker's going to help you doing that. Mm-hmm. Well, in the absence of Taylor Decker, you had to be short and sweet. You had to run the ball, which I want to run the ball regardless anyway to keep Josh Allen off the field. Dan Campbell, we spoke today, he kind of hinted a little bit towards the game plan. It's ideal to keep him off the field. Yeah, amen. Yeah. But Taylor Decker helps in the case that it becomes that shootout.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good to have the best unit in football whole again. So when this offensive line of the Detroit Lions is healthy, it's going to be better. Dan Skipper, a hero's performance against the Green Bay Packers. We've talked about it before. He had 44 pass blocking snaps, only 1 pressure allowed. It was by far the best game of his career and an elite performance when we needed it the most. So unlike the Avatar, when the world needed Dan Skipper the most, he did not vanish. He showed up and he took care of business.
Unlike Aguilar.
Yeah, unlike Aguilar. I don't expect that kind of performance out of Dan Skipper every week. I think Taylor Decker being back is huge for the offense, for running the ball, for, like you said, the more late developing plays. We're going to see one of those trick plays or two now that Taylor Decker is back and he can hold the edge for the reverse to happen or something like that. So expect a J-Mo reverse in this game.
Yeah.
Expect them to. I saw them doing the quick outside pitch to Gibbs a lot against the Packers. They were pitching it to Gibbs on the outside, and he was running off of Dan Skipper. Expect them to run that, and then him flip it to J-Mo coming the other way against the Bills. I think that's something they were setting up against the Green Bay Packers to break out against the Bills. So Dan Skipper being back will help with those long developing plays, like you said, and just his veteran leadership as the gray bush of this team. So
the Uncle Skeet of the offensive line.
Uncle Skeet of the O line.
Yeah, you heard Amon-Ra say, I believe it was Mina Kimes podcast, but he's like, we have plays that are set up for weeks ahead because other teams are going to see that on tape. It's kind of precisely probably what Spinny was getting to. Nick,
I saw him running it a lot. Like they were running towards Dan Skipper.
And I didn't like it. Yeah. I'm like, go to Penei Sewell. What are we doing?
They were running a like outside zone little pitch from Goff to Gibbs to Dan Skipper that did like 4 or 5 times. I was like, just wait. They're going to pitch it to Gibbs. He's going to pitch it to J-Mo coming back the other way while all the defense is flowing that way. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that maybe for a touchdown against the Bills.
Love to hear that, and obviously we love to get the ball in those playmakers' hands in these bigger games. And this is the Super Bowl preview that people have been talking about. Josh Allen, the elite quarterback, going up against this team, and that's why it's so imperative with this defensive line back healthy. We talked about the disruption of elite quarterbacks, so they can't just stand there and pick you apart. I think Pascal's great at setting the edge against Josh Allen, so he can't escape from that side. And then I think, a guy in Lee McNeil getting back and getting pressure up the middle can get him off his spot, and we are going to be able to control Josh Allen a little bit more than we've seen in the past. So I'm looking forward to having these guys back because as much as I loved O'Connor, I don't want to see him playing too many snaps for this Detroit Lions team. I'm just as honest.
I'm with you. What I want to see is that pregame show with Unky Neal and Sean Bleasian. Can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, but before that, make sure you check out Woodward in Maine with insights from Detroit sports media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matt Broder. Then check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Bleasian Sunday 10 a.m. to noon on Woodward Sports live at Second Best Bar in Detroit. It's a home game. It's a party. They're going to be doing the party live at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Come check it out. Come get some.
get some by wearing your brand new Detroit sports merch. If you head to shop.woodwardsports.com right now, I am going to be part of that pregame show coming up on Sunday. So if you guys are coming down there, I expect to see you in your brand new Woodward Sports Lions gear. You can also get your Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers gear all at shop.woodwardsports.com. We'll
Shut up, Pete.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Sheldon Febrelet.
Sheldman, baby. Let's
What up,
roll.
welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spinball Rex.
What up, though?
No Young Chris. We got Uncle Skeet in the building.
What's up,
Pete
Skeet?
Cook. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. Nicholas Koloff in the building as well.
Feldman.
Spinny. I don't want. No, we'll move on. The jumbo stuff. I gotta pull up the numbers. But regardless, Jared Goff didn't hit the podium. I'm gonna say Dan Campbell was at the podium today, and he was asked specifically about Jared Goff and this game being an MVP matchup between he and Josh Allen, and this is what he had to say.
Leading MVP candidates. I doubt it's either guy's focus, but it is a big time award. What do you think a win, a good performance, those things do to help?
I don't know. Who votes on that? Got it. Yeah, I don't know. So, and I guarantee you that's not Goff's focus, is winning the MVP. That's icing on the cake. But I know for us, man, if you just focus on the win and what it's going to take to win this game, and whatever comes out of that, the individual accolades will follow. You'll turn around and look back and you realize, all right, this is what's transpired because we've won. So, I'm not worried about it. He's not worried about it. We just got to find a way to win.
Amen. I love to hear that from Dan Campbell, and that's honestly the way it should be looked at, at least specifically by a guy, JG. Do what you need to do, and everything else falls in line. And I think that's how Jared Goff has been operating. He's been this. I didn't even realize this until Sticks sent it earlier today, and I also saw it on Lions Nation Unite. Jared Goff, you've seen all these records set by since this, since that. He is the first ever to complete 5 passes to 6 different players in a single game. Just doing what you got to do to get shit done. And guess what? The rest will follow suit. In 2024, I don't know who won the MVP in the NBA. I couldn't tell you. Maybe Kobe?
2024?
No, 2004.
Oh, 2004.
Probably Kobe.
I couldn't tell. I think it might have been Kobe or Steve Nash.
Maybe.
But I can tell you what.
Probably Kobe over Nash.
Chauncey Billups walked away with the Finals MVP. Mm-hmm. And that's what you remember. You remember who the champion was.
Yeah.
You don't remember who the MVP was. 2005. I can tell you who the champion was. Is the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan MVP. MVP of the season? No fucking clue. It doesn't matter. Do your job, win the championship, collect the W, and the rest falls in line afterward. And by the way, it's a lot more memorable, these individual accolades.
Yeah, nobody on this team is hung up in individual success or individual accolades. You look at Sam Laporta taking a step back in this offense, and you haven't heard him mention anything about it. He could easily say, hey, I was the best rookie tight end in the history of the NFL. I deserve more of a role. But you don't hear that because the culture is so ironclad, and all these guys care about is winning a Super Bowl. You see, A.J. Brown bitching to the media about not getting enough touches. You see, who was it early? Stephon Diggs earlier in the year complaining about his target share. Amon-Ra St. Brown's not doing that. These guys don't care about their individual performance or success as long as they win. They care about winning. They care about winning the Super Bowl. Like I said, they have unfinished business. Their unfinished business isn't going home with Offensive Player of the Year or winning the MVP or doing any of that. Their unfinished business is winning a Super Bowl. So that is the only thing they care about. If they don't win the Super Bowl, to them, the season is a failure, as it should be to all of us. This is Super Bowl or bust, and it truly is. I don't care about your MVPs. Josh Allen's going to win MVP. I'm fine with that. I don't care if Jared Goff doesn't win MVP. I don't care if the Lions don't have a single first-team All-Pro player. As long as they win the Super Bowl, nothing else matters.
I mean, I'd be a little pissed off because Panay fucking deserves it. But
Not if they won the Super Bowl. I wouldn't care.
I'm with you on that. I want Super Bowl first, but Panay got to be on that team. Nick?
This is the thing. Sometimes it might not be flashy Goff that we all talk about. The MVP type throws that a guy like Josh Allen can make. But Jared Goff, throughout his entire career, has just found ways to win games. Like, he is a bona fide leader. And I think that's the biggest thing that people sleep on Goff about. He's a very smart quarterback, and he's a great leader. The only 2 times that he's ever had a losing season was the start of 2 rebuilds. It was his rookie season and then his first year in Detroit. Besides that, this team's 24-6 in the last 2 years, the number 1 team in the league this season, and they're going to find a way to get to the Super Bowl, and not just get there, but win this thing. And this is all behind Jared Goff. He is the guy that is leading this team from the quarterback position, doesn't care about the numbers or the MVPs, and I just love that as out of my leader. It's winning is the number 1 priority at all costs.
Facts. And that's from the top. You're getting that from Sheila Fordham, Chris Spielman, to Brad Holmes, to Dan Campbell, and then to all of the players and staff. It is one thing, one singular goal. They are a collective hive mind working towards winning the Super Bowl, and it's awesome to see because you don't have to worry about, this guy doesn't like him, or they don't like that, or A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts aren't friends. Could you imagine seeing an article that says Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown aren't friends?
What's crazy about that too is coming off of a game where Amon-Ra St. Brown really wasn't the biggest factor. And you didn't hear the crying, bitching, complaining. He's still out there blocking on those 4th downs just as hard as he would as if he's getting 80 yards and a touchdown. He's still out there doing his goddamn job. It's not a post-game interview, I should have got the ball more. And a win, by the way, too, out of A.J. Brown and the Philadelphia Eagles. And a win. You're sitting there bitching about not getting the ball or wishing you guys passed the ball a little bit more, which maybe let Jared Goff throw 108 yards and maybe that would be a conversation. But regardless, Amon-Ra, ultimate team guy. Even when they drafted Jam number 1 overall after Amon-Ra's emergence, he didn't care. He's been a mentor to the kid the entire way. Yeah. He's been Amon-Ra St. Brown's biggest fan. He's been hyping him up in every single post-game interview, not post-game, but training camp interview when asked about him. Like, wait till you guys see this kid. Wait till you guys see this kid. And now we get to see him. But, we have ultimate team guys. Yeah, I think Coach Kelvin Shepard's kind of talking about it, too. Like, you got Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes, 2 guys that were, hustled and bustled their way onto his team, becoming starters. And then you went and drafted Jack Campbell, first overall. Not first overall, but in the first round. They're still in that linebacker room helping them out, trying to get them to advance along because they want to win at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's good culture. It's good veteran leadership. It's good coaching put in place. And it's awesome to see. We don't have to worry about, all the shit we're hearing. Even during the good times with Jim Caldwell and with Jim Schwartz when they were making the playoffs, at least you heard the rumblings in the locker room. This guy's upset. They don't like him. This. You don't hear that with this regime because all of these guys, we talk about it all the time. From all the players, all the coaches, they're just bros, and they all just want to win. So it's a giant melting pot, and it's all working perfectly. And winning is the ultimate cure, unless you're A.J. Brown, apparently, because that guy he bitches every year, and he's always on a team that's first in their division, arguably first in the conference, and all he does is complain. It doesn't make sense to me.
That is weird. I mean,
Like, dude, you're
second round pick too. Like,
yeah, you've made millions of dollars. You're obviously the number one option in the offense.
Like your check still cashes.
Yeah, like
like that game check is still cashing. Yeah, like I don't know.
I could never imagine that. Like being in a winning organization, still being good, still putting up numbers, and being like, I'm not getting the ball enough.
By the way,
maybe that's why you're winning so much.
New heavyweight, new heavyweight rule per Nick. If you guys DoorDash us anything while live on air, we'll food review it.
We'll food review it live on air.
Because Nick went famous for the McRib.
Nick did go famous for the
Nice
McRib.
job.
I did not go famous at all, but the McRib is back, baby. Watch out, the McRib. Don't eat it, or you might get sick, but it's back.
I've never had a McRib before in my life.
Yeah, if you guys send us something, please don't let it be the McRib. Let it be something from a restaurant you like.
But if it
or
is a
something unique
McRib.
that you
Yeah,
like.
actually good food.
Yeah, not the McRib. Please don't.
But if it is a McRib, live on air, heavyweights review.
Yeah. We've done it before. We've got Coney before.
The
We've gotten
McRib.
We did,
shawarma
yeah. Mike G
before.
sent us a bunch of conies. Shout out. Yes.
Yeah.
Sandwich sent us the shawarmas.
Sam, all the way from Florida.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That shit was good, dude.
That shit actually slapped.
Fellas, when we
He's
talk
like,
about
my cousin owns one down the street. It's like, oh, no shit,
Yeah,
your
of course.
cousin.
Yeah, exactly.
hyping up his cousin.
It was good, dude.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
no, that was some
but
bomb
no
food.
shit.
Of course
no,
he had a cousin.
No shit, he's got a cousin.
Who owned it. Yeah, falafel joint.
Yeah, no doubt there, fellas. But with Dan Campbell for this team, is this why? Like, obviously, this is like why the locker room is like impuncturable, like or unpenetratable, is because Dan Campbell.
Impregnable.
Impregnable. There's not a chance it's getting impregnated by any drama. That's what I'm gonna say.
There you go.
Yeah. No, but obviously, like, do you think that goes down to Sirianni in that Eagles locker room?
Yeah, I think that is part of it. And you look at what the Detroit Lions have built. You can call their locker room the Veil because it is an impregnable fortress, and nothing gets in or out that they don't want. Like it's a steel trap, and I think Nick Sirianni's a bad coach. I will flat out say it. I don't think he's a good football coach. And I think that is a factor of why their locker room is always in shambles. And, it's I don't know. I think he's underachieved with the teams he's had every year.
Dan Campbell absolutely is the reason why you don't see that stuff like that, because I love him so goddamn much. And he had such a collaborative process from him, and that spreads down to like the rest of the locker room and coaching staff as well. Coach Kelvin Shepard talking to me today, he's getting onboarding these new guys and Jamal Adams and Quan Alexander, and he's such in a rush going over like the stuff that went over in training camp that he missed something. And Jack Campbell had to be like, hey, coach, did you mean this? And corrected him. But he leans on the players help with that.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell's been that same way the entire way through. Obviously, you look at just this offense in general, right? Ben Johnson and Jared Goff sat down and they found out what worked best for this guy. And that's what they're executing and operating for 3 years now. And now JG's become the fucking master of it. And that's why you've seen the best version of him, too. It's been a collaborative process. And Dan Campbell attributed that to just him growing up with his father as a former Marine, his uncle being a coach. Like the Marines, you got to fucking depend on your brothers.
Yeah.
It's literally life or death in those situations.
For sure.
And I just think that like that collaborativeness has brought them all closer. That there's a lot more trust in everything that's going on because you knew that your input was kind of heard or at least advised or whatever, and your best interest is there.
And they're
it's
all
not
guys-
my way or the highway. It's let's win. What do you think's the best way to win?
And they're all guys that have played ball. They're all guys that have been in these situations, in these locker rooms before, on winning teams, on losing teams, on championship teams, on 0-16 teams. Like, they've seen everything when it comes to the NFL. So they're just they mesh really well together. Pete, how do you feel about it?
I was just going to say, I was going to mention two names real quick, and two names that aren't really talked about a lot because obviously they're overshadowed by Aaron Glenn and
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson, goddamn,
Yeah.
sorry, too much weed. Anyway, Scotty Montgomery and Antoine Randall L. I obviously, you could talk about Dan Campbell all you want. These guys have obviously taken to heart what Dan Campbell is preaching. And like you said, Spenny, those are two guys that have been in some very difficult locker rooms. Some good locker rooms, but some very difficult locker rooms. And it's a credit to them to helping keep everybody's attitude positive, whether they want to be there or not. You could just see it on the field. I mean, how good is the running back duo and how good look how good Tim Patrick has adapted to the Lions offense. And I took a little bit of heat the other day about giving him a little bit too much credit. I'm going to stick with that. I'll take the heat on that. I consider him almost. I think in the last two weeks, I'm not trying to demote anybody, but Tim Patrick's played like a 1A wide receiver, and that's a credit to Antoine Randall L. I mean, his production. He has been there. He's just He's so reliable, and that just comes down to the coaching and the attitude, guys. I'm just giving credit to Scotty Montgomery and Antoine Randall for helping maintain the good, positive chemistry there.
Yeah, that one is a little aggressive for me. I think you got two receivers ahead of him in Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and J-Mo, but he has been very dependable.
I said last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's been very dependable. He has been there to make plays when needed. Obviously, the 2 big touchdowns in that game, and you're right. And it's not just those two guys. When you look at Hank Fraley and you look at Kelvin Shepard and Deshae Townsend and Terrell Williams, like these positional coaches for the Detroit Lions are elite. Like the Dan, I talked about it earlier in the year. Like the Dan Campbell coaching tree is going to be fruitful. When you look at the guys on the staff right now, I remember we were watching we were just watching pregame warmups. I was like, that guy's going to be an offensive coordinator. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
It was just a white dude with like glasses and a clipboard. I was like, he's going to be an
Did I look it up? Wasn't it?
It was like Rex Ryan's son. Yeah. I was like, well,
who is the receiver assistant coach?
Yeah, he's the receivers assistant coach. Like it's going to be stuff like that. We're going to see like that picture from the Washington sideline where it's McDaniels, LaFleur, McVay, and whoever else all on the sideline at the same time, and Shanahan all on the sideline at the same time. It's going to be the same thing, but with the Lions coaching staff this year.
Well, did you see it last week? They were showing. It was weird to see, but Ben Johnson as a Philadelphia or Miami Dolphins assistant.
Yeah,
he had the like blonde, spiky hair, and shit like that.
It was on Hard Knocks.
And then Dan Campbell as the tight ends coach. Yeah. Like they're just showing that with the Detroit Lions. Like we got that coaching tree growing now too, and it's kind of cool to see. And I mean,
you got a lot of guys on
we got
this
a couple
team.
of guys growing. I think Kelvin Shepard probably next in line. Have AG go and get a head coaching job. He'll become your defense coordinator, and or Tyrell Williams.
Yeah, I think it'll be Terrell Williams, honestly.
I think it'll be Terrell Williams, too, just based on... I was with Calvin Shepard today. He said he's ready. But I think Terrell Williams had a little bit more... put a little bit more work.
Calvin Shepard to be a defensive coordinator in the NFL, for sure. But I think Terrell Williams is the heir apparent once AG takes a job next year, whether it be New York or New Orleans.
takes over as your offensive coordinator.
Yeah, offensive coordinator for sure. And then you got guys that can step up. Like
Coach
There's a lot of guys
tight
on
ends
this team.
coach.
Yeah.
Randall, maybe he has aspirations to become an OC. And
Hank Fraley.
Head coach. Yeah, Hank Fraley. I think him. There was rumors that he was going to be the OC had Ben Johnson taken a job somewhere. So that'd be one to keep an eye on, too. And maybe it doesn't happen here. But
that run game, man, how much him and Ben Johnson have done to that run game.
It's sick.
It's disgusting.
So I would not be surprised if Hank Fraley was an offensive coordinator at some point.
Remember we read that article from The Athletic. They're talking about just different coordinators. Like there's usually teams have like one style of running. Like this team's a zone run scheme. This team's just fucking downhill, in your face, smash mouth. Detroit Lions run any and everything.
Steve Lehman says AG taking Shep with him. I could see that.
I could see that.
If Terrell Williams gets promoted and then he takes Shep as his DC.
I could see that.
Yeah. But let's go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk some more Detroit Lions. Or do you want to do the NFL tiers? We'll figure it out. But first, Nick, tell us about Second Best Bar.
You guys want to know where the best pregame Lions party is December 15th. It's going to be insane. Make sure you join us at Detroit's very own Second Best Bar in Detroit, located at 42 Watson for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show only at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Come get some.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward Sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? You should see what I did there. Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
We already told you guys Soroki's taking over Michigan. And check out the new location tomorrow in Heartland from 4 to 8. They'll be having a grand opening for the brand new location. Enjoy exclusive giveaways, a chance to win a free Soroki's giveaway. And also, don't forget the unbeatable deals, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza.
Troy Aikman looks like a fucking supervillain at this angle that he's sitting on the Zoom call.
I didn't know I was like...
yeah, I just wanted you to look at it. If it pops back up,
I'll check it out. I want to discuss something we talked about
Troy
briefly.
Aikman, a.k.a. White Jay-Z.
He is definitely a white Jay-Z. Maybe a non...
Maybe not the allegations.
Yeah.
Not meaning the allegations.
Not meaning the allegations.
He just looks like him.
May want to pause on that one.
So yesterday, we said, because it's been reported, that Aiden Hutchinson can be available and ready for as soon as an NFC Conference Championship game. We said, if he's available, you will 110% play him.
Yes.
There is no question.
No doubt.
There is no doubt. There is no... I don't understand the fan. Like, when you are cleared, you are cleared to go. Like, you're cleared to play. Especially the situation, because our guy who runs socials, shout out to Trav, went a little viral with a anti-statement versus ours, because he wanted Hutch to be ready. He wants to be like mentally ready, physically ready, all that good stuff like that. When you're cleared, brother, you're cleared to play.
You are. Yeah, when you're cleared, you're physically ready. That's what we're saying. We're not saying, if the stitches aren't out yet, put him out there. No. If he is cleared to play, if he is physically able to play, do you think you're going to stop Aiden Hutchinson from playing? If the doctors and the team say, hey, Hutch, you can play in the Super Bowl, you're ready to go, you think you're going to be able to hold him out? Like, you're out of your mind. That guy wants to come back as soon as possible. I'm sure he has a vision board or whatever the hell athletes do where they put shit
Hutch
up,
has one for sure.
and it probably says Super Bowl player or Super Bowl MVP, and he probably looks at that every fucking day. If you think that Hutchinson will sit out if he's okayed by the staff and by doctors, you're out of your mind.
Out of your noggin. Like, what are we doing, guys? If he's cleared by the doctors, he's cleared to play. And goddamn right, Aiden Hutchinson's playing. And you're not even... I know you just said that. That's how Aiden Hutchinson rolls. He has a vision board. He takes moments out of his day to sit down and relax and meditate and like set his mind down like what he wants to do. That's probably half the reason he's walking right now, because he's a little bit ahead of schedule.
Yeah, he's probably mentally healing his leg faster. Like,
if you watch,
he's mainlining milk.
He really is, though, dude. I mean, he's like that type of dude. I remember he was on the St. Brown podcast, and like he's very regimented. He's like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta do like the hyperbolic chamber before I go and have team dinner, and I have to go and meditate or whatever the hell he said he had to do. Like that's how he rolls. But we have a little bit of inside sources. This is from Aiden Hutchinson's dad's friend on Twitter in response to Travis's tweet. And this is confirmed. I looked at his profile. That's like his dad's best bud. He says, I've been best friends with Aiden's dad since high school. Had dinner with him last week. I can tell you that Aiden won't be rushed back, but if he gets a clear bill of health from the doctors and time to contribute, he'll be on the field. Chris told me he's been working out 2 times a day and watching film. Dog.
That's what he does, man.
Yeah.
That's what these guys do. That's right. Like the whole, he's not going to be game ready. Yes, he will. He's rehab. The whole point of the rehab is to get him back in a game ready. The rest of his body, he's working out every single day.
Just get him back for the Super Bowl.
Yes. Yeah, and that's what I saw it in. Brendan Harris in here says J-Mo was cleared for weeks before we sniffed him, and that was a rookie wide receiver in a team that was 0-9. This is the best defensive player in the NFL in a team trying to win a Super Bowl. The circumstances are a little different. Jameson Williams didn't play for a reason, because they didn't need to bring him back because the season was already over. This season isn't over until the last second clicks off the Super Bowl timer. So Aiden Hutchinson, like I said, if you think that if he's cleared by doctors and cleared by the staff, that he's gonna sit out, you don't know the kid. You haven't listened to, like, I don't know him personally or anything, but I listen to how he talks. I listen to how his teammates talk about him. I listen to press conferences from him every day. Like, the kid is gonna play if he can go. Pete?
I'm sorry about breaking. I have breaking news, guys. I don't mean to interrupt. Ari Mayroff and multiple sources are reporting that Bill Belichick has agreed to a 3-year, $30 million contract at UNC.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
It's a weird. I don't know if it's going to work too well, but Brady made a good point in the back that he said, like,
if he can land that girl, he can land.
No, if you're a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old bouncing around the transfer portal and you're looking for a team to play for, why wouldn't you go play for Bill Belichick? He's going to know how to get you in the fucking NFL. And when you're 21 years old, that's the only thing you're worried about that point.
And the weak-ass ACC.
Brady was like, he could understand 18-year-olds not wanting to go play for Bill Belichick, but if you're on your second portal jump, why not go play for the best head coach in the history of football? Like,
that's fair.
You saw with Jim Harbaugh, like, it took a little bit of time, but that was before this transfer portal era, and I'm right there with you, Spencer. I think he's going to be able to coach these kids up. I mean, he's a hard-nosed coach. I think he will get the best out of these kids, even if it is a different generation. I do believe that this will work, and as Uncle Skeet said, in this division,
right?
That's like, come on now. You have one of the greatest coaches of all time in the ACC.
Yeah.
I think this works without a doubt.
Yeah. Bill Belichick is going to run it like a business. Like, and he can use the transfer portal and he can use the NIL that they're going to get. I wouldn't be surprised if you see fucking Michael Jordan pull up in one of his race cars at their opening camp and throw some money to get them some recruits.
You know who I'd be worried for? His girlfriend. Watch out.
Bill
Belichick. Watch out. Back on college campus.
On all the recruiting trips. You took it out of my God. You stole my thunder.
No, I was saying watch out for other girls down there.
No,
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick coming out of those sorority houses at 2 a.m.
To the sea, my still miss it.
Yeah. I think it's a can't lose. Like, if it doesn't work out, it's only 3 years. And you got Bill Belichick. You're going to get money. You're going to get eyes. You're going to get a lot of publicity because Bill Belichick's your head coach now. And, you know, UNC is known as a basketball school, obviously. Yeah. But they've had some great talent come through there with recently with guys like Drake May and Sam Howell, who are NFL caliber quarterbacks. So, yeah.
Brendan Harris says,
for North Carolina too.
I just don't want to see a Jordan Brooks scenario, knock on wood. It's not the same injury.
No.
Like, I can't compare those equally.
He's got a metal rod in his leg now. It's going to be stronger than it was.
Yeah, the cleanest of breaks.
How freakish of an injury that was to be like, oh, it could happen again is the most ridiculous shit. Like, that was a freak accident. And he's going to be fine. It was a clean break. It's just got to meld. And if he's clear, I'm telling you, if he's cleared by doctors, he is playing. That's on him. It's his decision. And he is going to choose to play if the doctors tell him he can go.
100% is playing.
Yeah, exactly. That's right there. Zadarius Smith one side, Hutchinson the other. You're getting pressure up the middle. Fourth quarter, the other team's trying to come back. Hutch is giving you all he's got. Super Bowl on the line. Gets the Brandon Graham type fumble sack. Let's go. I can already see the picture coming on right now.
Alex Cobb, shout out, newest Detroit Tiger, in the Woodward Sports chat said, I would rather have Hutch for 10% of the snaps than 0% of the snaps. Exactly. It's not like you're going to give him 30 snaps, you know, his first game back. I'll tell you what, if they're close game in the fourth quarter, he's probably going to get every snap. But you just give him a handful to see how it feels in the first game. And if he's good to go, he's good to fucking go.
Need him for those pass rushing snaps at the end of the game.
Sound Kayak asks, does the metal rod have to come out? I don't believe so.
Nope.
That one stays in.
Nope. That's what I'm saying. Just start kicking dudes in the face.
Titanium leg.
I want to see you cracking helmets.
Cyborg. Hutch doesn't really have a nickname outside of Hutch, does he? Just Hutch.
Hutch. I mean, he doesn't need one. That's a good nickname.
That's a good nickname. All right, let's go to break, come back. More Detroit Lions talk, more NFL talk.
We could call him the Wolverine now because he's got metal bones and he was a Wolverine.
Spenny cooking.
Get the haircut and everything.
Yeah, have him do the fucking super mutton chops. Yeah.
Super mutton.
I love Hutch. He's kind of corny enough to do it.
Yeah, he is. He is a little bit of a cornball.
Remember Kyle Van Den Bosch with the contacts?
That shit was so whack, dude.
It's still
I remember being in middle school, like, oh, this is so sick. But like looking back on it now,
oh no,
like,
that was sick.
It's so
I
cringe.
loved it.
Dog, imagine not knowing that he does that as an offensive lineman, just looking across like, is this fucker's eyes red?
Yeah, and he was
like,
like,
you'd be tripping out.
He
like,
was
what
super
the
pale too. So
yeah,
dude's
bro.
just a
Like,
vampire.
what the fuck am I looking at right now?
Let's go to break.
Nah,
We're
dude,
going to
that
come
works.
back. We're going to talk NFL QB tiers. But first, let me tell you about Les Stanford. What happens? Are you confident you're due for a new car? Beat the holiday rush and get in a...
My bad, dude. Keep going. It's my bad, dude.
No,
Keep
you're
going.
fine. Beat the holiday rush and get an amazing deal from Les Stanford Chevrolet. Right now, the Blazer EV 2LT with all-wheel drive is only $149 per month. Or check out the Equinox EV LT for $169 per month. Get to Les Stanford today or click the QR code on the screen and check out their massive inventory. Don't forget, Les Stanford has Cadillac, Buick, GMC as well. Les Stanford in Dearborn and Ferndale. LesStanford.com.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
$1,800 tequila, or as Kenny G likes to say, 1,800 tequila.
1,800.
Absolutely. It's the best tequila around. It's the official tequila of Woodward Sports and the Lions watch party and post-game show. Join 1,800 tequila and Woodward Sports every Lions game day live at Hayes Social in Shelby Township and celebrate the wins with smooth 1,800 tequila. Proud sponsor of your Detroit Lions. 1,800 tequila. The best taste in tequila. And please, for the love of God, drink responsibly.
1,800?
1,800. Spinny, you mind if I call an audible on you? Just because we got Lions topics still?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
When do you propose?
Oh,
Carlton Davis.
Yeah, we got two of them still.
Tell us about the man.
All right, yeah, Carlton Davis, I don't think is getting the credit he deserves. Can you, Pete, put up the first one? This is from the Detroit Times on Twitter. Since week 9, Carlton Davis is PFF's top-rated cornerback with an overall defensive grade of 83.1.
That's insane.
Top-graded quarterback. Number 1 in the NFL since week 9. And then there's another one here. He is the third Lions defensive back to produce 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and a forced fumble in a single season with, what does this say? Does it say who it is at the bottom? Who's with him?
Yeah, hang on, dude.
Probably Dre Bly.
Since 1999.
Since 1999, so probably Dre Bly, honestly.
Yes, Dre Bly, yeah.
Carlton Davis has been so important for this team. He has been a top 10 cornerback in the NFL this year, hands down. He's been playing as the best cornerback in the NFL since week 9 per PFF. And he is the gray bush in the secondary. He is the old head. He has the Super Bowl pedigree. He was cornerback 1 on a Super Bowl winning team in Tampa Bay. He is cornerback 1 out there now. He's doing it with a broken thumb. He's fighting through injuries and still playing for this team. It is so impressive what he's done. And I remember people saying the Lions got fleeced. I remember people calling me crazy for saying Carlton Davis was obviously cornerback 1 on this team. This man man has been performing at such a high level. He has been such a breath of fresh air for what Aaron Glenn likes to do in that man corner coverage scheme where you got big physical guys that'll harass you off the line of scrimmage. Carlton Davis has been exactly that. Not only that, he is one of the best tackling defensive backs in the NFL. When you throw a screen out there, when you try to run out to his side, he is going to put you in the dirt. I have been so impressed with Carlton Davis so far in his Detroit Lions career. I would sign him to a 2-year extension tomorrow. I think his veteran leadership, having guys like Terrion Arnold and Ennis Rakeshaw learn under him, is extremely important. We remember Darius Slay saying having Rasheem Mathis there was important for his growth. Having that old head, having that veteran he can rely on is so important. And Carlton Davis has not only been the veteran for these guys, he's been one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL this season, and I don't think he's getting recognized enough for the way he's been playing, especially since week 9, the top graded corner in the NFL per PFF. So put some respect on C. Murda's name, because he's been locking people down all year.
Let him cook. I remember this offseason. Grab Carlton Davis. By the way, had multiple reporters, both national, PFF, with our guy Trevor Sycamore. We also had our local guys down there who sent us a shawarma. Shout out to Sammer. And we talked to him about Carlton Davis before the trade even went down, because it's kind of speculated. We kind of had some rumors, some rumblings that something might happen. And they kind of laughed it off.
Yeah.
I remember Sammer specifically said, don't see it happening. I think it was Trevor. Don't see it happening, but have him. He hasn't done nothing for us in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been injured. He's been whatever. And to me, to us as Detroit Lions, like, we were starved of a starting caliber cornerback for the past, like, since Darius Slay left, to be honest with you guys. There's not a single quarterback that I could name since the absence of Darius Slay that was worthy of being called a CB1.
Yeah.
They're all just placeholders until we finally got that guy. And then we went and got that guy, our guy that was formerly that. Moving on from that, you hit the offseason, free agency. What they went to do? They went and signed Amik Robinson, a guy who started off his career in the nickel spot, but had most recently played the outside. Then you hit the draft. What do? The first round, you trade up and you grab Terrion Arnold, a guy with expectations to be the cornerback 1.
Yep.
What do you do in the second round? Oh, probably receiver. No, you grab another cornerback. And then I clicked then, because everyone's scratching their head like, what are we doing? You traded for one guy, you signed another guy, and now you draft 2 more guys back to back. Brad Holmes grabbed a bunch of fucking savage, ravaging dogs that are sick enough in their mind to believe they were slept on. With Carlton Davis, absolutely the case. And as Rakeshaw, absolutely the case. Amik Robinson, absolutely the case. In their minds, they twisted it to where the world was against them. And they're the type of dog mentality mindset. You put them all in that locker room, they're all vying after the same thing, that cornerback 1 spot or CB2. Just getting out there on the fucking field in the case of these rookies. Oh, don't forget Emmanuel Mosley come back from injury too. A guy that formerly started number 1 cornerback on one of the best defenses at that time, the San Francisco 49ers. And they fucking iron sharpens iron, all grinding, all competing to their best ability. Carlton Davis maybe did fall off from when he was CB1 in that Super Bowl winning team. It's quite possible that happened. But when he was slept on, got traded from that team, he helped win a Super Bowl, put in the locker room, and that team then had drafts another fucking cornerback. You're like, well, what the fuck? What did you trade for me? Oh, you signed this guy too? Pissed them all off to bring the best out of all of them. And that's what you're witnessing right now to Carlton Davis. You put a dog in a dog-eat-dog, it's in a cage. Yeah. They even pups in there too now, and they're all coming out hungry.
You've heard of the junkyard dog mentality of that one guy who thinks he's wrong. This is a pack of wolves, because they all share that same mentality of being wrong, having to fight for everything they have, having looked down upon and disrespected, even if it's not true, even if it's not even factual. They all believe that because they're all psychopaths, and they are the Air Force of the Northern Savages. Like, this secondary and these cornerbacks are so astronomically better than what they were last year. It's the reason this team is still 12-1. If without this secondary, there is no chance this team is 12-1. And shout out to Deshae Townsend for coaching them up. But these dogs that you put back there, man, they are feeding off of each other. They are coming to work every day hungrier because they know, oh, Terrion Arnold's getting even better, so I need to get better than that to get more snaps from him. Yeah. Oh, shit, Amik Robertson just played a great game. I need to be better than that to make sure I don't lose snaps to him. They are fighting off of each other. It's so much fun to watch, dude.
Yeah, man. You grab all these guys, absolute dogs. I want the same thing. Put them in the same kennel and see who comes out on top. And it's fucking is a recipe for success, Nick.
You said it was a slept-on mindset. You know what, to me, this mindset is? It's a villain mindset. Want to shout out Brad Holmes because we saw him absolutely crush it in the draft in the past. But this year, he went to the trade side of things where he went out and he gave up a third-rounder for Carlton Davis. You know what he did during the season? He brought in Zadarius Smith. Everything's coming together. And in the offseason, this guy brings in on the offensive line, Zeitler, and then defensive line, Reeder. I think this goes back to Brad Holmes and how he has been improving as a GM as well, going out to get these players to complete this roster. And Carlton Davis, the biggest piece of it, to complete and get a cornerback one to help out this defense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I believe Quandre Diggs left the same year as Darius Slay, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was
he
during
did
the
too.
season.
And also plays safety. So let's relax in the chat.
Yeah.
What?
CB1 is cornerback 1, and Carlton Davis is the first Lion to be able to wear that chain since Darius Slay. Pete, how do you feel about C. Murda?
Love him, man. I mean, it's nice to have a some solid veteran leadership, a guy with a Super Bowl ring, and a guy that knows how to not only lead but train the young guys. I mean, you could see how good you could see Terry Arnold is definitely taking to what Carlton Davis is saying. I mean, guy kind of plays like Carlton Davis aside from the penalties, but Terry Arnold's a rookie, so he'll learn. But he's got Carlton Davis there teaching him. He's got the secondary coach there teaching him. He'll be fine. I think that Carlton Davis is a great leader. And yeah, to your point there, Easy, it's a lot better than Dre Bly, Quandre Diggs, and I was trying to mention earlier, Terry Fair was supposed to be like, that spectacular secondary captain and all that stuff. I mean, Branch has already proven he's better than anything the Lions have ever come across, and Carlton Davis just adds to the fact that he's just going to keep teaching these guys. It's a beautiful little combination back there in the secondary.
It's for sure. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We got a couple more. We can do the Stephen A. Smith topic next if you want. We got a video on that. Stephen A. Smith talking about the Detroit Lions. But first, let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Walk into any Lady Jane's haircuts for men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a $20 haircut special. It comes with a hot lather neck shave, a scalp massage, and a hot towel treatment. You just got to scan that QR code in the corner to get your coupon today and get one of these haircuts from one of our lovely stylists. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Get energized for the holidays during the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Now through December 20th, join for $1 down, $15 a month. And recharge this holiday season and beyond in the clean and spacious judgment-free zone, filled with equipment for every workout. Stay motivated with free fitness training and lots more. Celebrate the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Join for $1 down, $15 a month. Hurry, offer ends December 20th.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
Caesars Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. What if I told you your first bet anywhere from $25 to $1,000 would be risk-free? You think I'm crazy? You just got to scan the QR code and use code word Woodward 1000, and that will happen. Your first bet anywhere from $25 to $1,000. After you use code word Woodward 1000, you'll get it back if it doesn't hit. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spinmo Rax, Unky Skeet in the TD booth, and Nicholas Koloff on the ones and twos. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream.
Sure.
Spinny.
Share the stream.
You got another Detroit Lions topic for us.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith did his Stephen A. list today, and he did the top 5 teams in the NFL, and here's where he put the Detroit Lions.
to me. It's the Detroit Lions. I'm ready to say this. You're not beating Detroit in Detroit.
No.
You're not beating Detroit in Detroit. If the Philadelphia Eagles want a legitimate shot to capture the NFC and get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to get home field advantage against the Detroit Lions. They are not going to the Motor City, Motown,
Let's help
and
them out.
finding a way to win that game. This is my list. The Lions.
Well, you get some nice neck and chest shots of Jared Goff in there as well. But I agree with Stephen A. I think we've known this for a little while now, but it's good to hear Stephen A. and the big media, the liberal media, say things like this that you're not going to come in Detroit and you're going to beat the Lions. I literally said that. I was a little intoxicated. I was a little hyped up against our pregame show for the Packers, but that was my final synopsis after you left and went to the bathroom. I was like, you're literally going to tell me that this team's going to come in Detroit and beat the Detroit Lions?
I went to save a cat from a house fire. I wasn't.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he was saving a house from a cat fire. But I literally you're not walking into Ford Field and beating the Detroit Lions. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many players we have on IR. I don't care how many players aren't playing in this game. You're just not going to walk into Detroit and beat these guys. They are too good from top to bottom. They are too focused. They execute too well, and their head coach is a fucking psychopath. So you're not going to just walk into Detroit and beat the Lions. And I'm going to take it a step further. You're not going to beat the Lions anywhere. The Lions aren't going to win a game. The Lions aren't going to lose a game for the rest of the year unless they decide to rest all of their starters in the season finale. But this team is so good. It's who, what, when, where, how do you want it? And I'm taking the Lions every single time.
Free Fahad. And by the way, fuck a home field advantage. You're just not fucking with the Detroit Lions at all. Undefeated on the road this year.
100%.
No matter whose crib we're going into, we beat them all. I'm with it. This Detroit Lions team, doesn't matter who's been missing. They're there. We don't care if you got one ass cheek and three toes, and we're there to whoop your ass. And that's exactly what this team has been. I remember day one of Dan Campbell's introductory press conference, and I loved it right away because it resonated with Bill Belichick's style of football, which all in all, they come from that same tree with Bill Parcells. But when he mentioned, they asked him what style, what brand of football are you bringing here to Detroit? And Dan Campbell just said, we're going to use our strengths to attack the opponent's weaknesses. And you've seen that with the Detroit Lions team as developed across the way. It's a chameleon week to week. You know one thing for damn sure, they're going to try to run the football. That's for sure. But some days, they might try airing out a little bit more. They may go a little bit more deeper than Jameson Williams than they used to. Yeah. Amon-Ra's going to get his for sure. Maybe Sam Laporte's touching the ball a little bit more. Every single week it changes, and we have that menagerie of weapons from the tight end to the receivers to the running backs to the offensive line allows you to use all those things too. Sometimes it's just a defensive game. Yeah. We've seen a special teams game.
Yeah, we did. We really did.
We really did. Yeah. By the way, side note, I think we might see. I'm not saying it's a special teams game. But I think our special teams might help us out in this next one, too.
Oh, yeah. Maurice Alexander back there.
Yeah.
He is an explosive player when he gets the ball in his hands.
You saw them have a punt block last week. Mm-hmm. We have a good special teams yet. We have elite coaching at every single level. And that's why I think you're able to play that chameleon game as Detroit Lions. I don't like being a team. We've been that team, by the way, with two Hall of Famers, Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson. But you knew what we were doing every single week.
Mm-hmm. Throwing it
Calvin, deep. There was nothing like that. That was the recipe to stop the Detroit Lions.
Oh, you're triple covering him?
Calvin, deep. It did not matter. Now the Detroit Lions, you don't know how they're going to attack you every single week. It's dangerous. Either you focus in like the Packers did last week and did a pretty good job at it, selling out to stop the run. Okay, dotting up Amon-Ra, dotting up my running backs, dotting up these tight ends, dotting up Tim Patrick. We can attack you every single which way. And I love that about this Detroit Lions team.
How do you want it?
How do you want it, baby?
You talked about Matthew Stafford there. I want to go to that. And because he came in here for one of those playoff games, and you guys remember there were a couple flags pre-snap in that playoff game because you had to go into Ford Field. So I want to shout out
Lions fans.
Because this place becomes a madhouse. The Eagles would not be able to snap the ball. They would, have to force and burn timeouts in these games, really crucial timeouts. I'm sure there'd be a couple false starts, maybe a delay of game. That puts other teams major disadvantage if you have to go up against not just the Lions, but
Lions fans.
in their own house. It's going to be a crazy party. All roads lead through Detroit, as Dan Campbell said once before.
You're so right, because like you heard Sean McVay say that was the loudest place he's ever coached was the Detroit Lions playoff game, and we saw it was a fucking movie against the Packers, dude. Just the shots, the crowd shots pregame were insane, man. So Lions fans, I know they're like, get in prices like $500 for the Bills game, but just please keep being you, man. And you rich fucks, give the poor man some tickets so we can get loud.
I was showing my boy the other night. He told me already at this point in the season, he's gone like 6 games already too. Bought 2 pairs of tickets, so 4 altogether. He's already made back his investment on the season. That's how high these tickets are going for.
It's the hottest commodity in the NFL right now is watching the Detroit Lions play in Detroit.
It's cheaper to go watch them on the road. Maybe that's why we become such a heavy favorite road team.
Yeah, even that Indiana game that I was planning on going to in Indianapolis, like those tickets got crazy expensive because it was drivable.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't go to it because I thought it was going to be way cheaper, to be honest.
Free Fahad, says Kyle Sven.
Free Fahad.
Yeah, by the way, update on our guy Fahad. We got to figure out some way to repay this guy. I don't know. Get out to the Detroit Lions players, because I know they're all kind of supporting what he did there, but the Detroit Lions officially stripped him of his season tickets for the remainder of the season.
Yeah,
he has to take like a class to be allowed back in NFL stadiums, not just Ford Field.
No way.
Yes, and I know obviously Detroit Lions, but it feels like this one's a little bit on the NFL as well, like a little NFL policy.
Yeah,
I think it's absolute bullshit. Watch that back. It's LaFleur getting in his face.
He doesn't do anything. He's standing right there. He's just saying you guys are going to lose. So you guys suck.
He was hitting him with the Undertaker though.
Yeah.
Matt LaFleur was pissing his pants.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur is
he does not watch wrestling. He's probably, this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Pete, how do you feel about Stephen A. saying you can't beat the Lions at home?
Fahad down the field.
He's right. I mean, you guys said it all. He's right. Absolutely. Credit, shout out. You guys have said all the best things. Shout out goes to the fans. Shout out go to the Lions players. Shout out goes to the organizations. Thank you. And it's just it's just overdue. And yeah, good luck trying to beat any Lions team in Ford Field right now. So you guys said it all.
And the truth is, the Lions don't lose that game against the 49ers if that game's at Ford Field.
Yeah.
And they might have gotten screwed out of that because the Cowboys. So the refs, honestly, like, that was the difference. So this, these next 4 games, it's game by game. Honestly, it's coach speak, but it really is. You cannot, if you are going to lose one, it has to be this Bills game. But I don't think they're going to lose either. I'm not picking them to lose, but these 4 games, I mean, take it game by game, because the number 1 seed, it's going to get a lot tougher for any other NFC team to come in here.
Yeah, Uncle Neil's soft feet said they're going to lobotomize him. That's the class the NFL wants him to take. It's like the lighthouse in Shutter Island. That's where they go to get lobotomized.
Fucking great movie.
Great movie.
Fucked up, kind of sad.
Hey, Spencer, what
Shutter
brand of
Island.
jacket is that? Is a Nike jacket.
Just do it.
I got it in Cali.
Jamaican
It's not
colors.
Nike, it might be.
It's like
It's
Jamaican
fake off.
colors.
It's
Might
knockoff.
be. No, I bought it on Rodeo Boulevard.
It might be, not Nike.
That place sucked, dude. Like, it was cool to like see all the cars and stuff, but you could just like taste the disdain for brokenness in the air. Like, just all the rich people on Rodeo.
When I was on,
They were shutting doors as we were walking by.
Rolling down
they did
Rodeo
to me
with
in
a
Hawaii.
shotgun.
I was about to go into
Gucci
Fenty
place.
and buy a fucking like $40 pair of underwear just to be like, fuck you. But I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm rolling down Rodeo with a shotgun.
I was in Canal Street in New Orleans. They don't care. They let anybody in anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's fucking Birdman like drove by. Like, he's like fucking like really like, well, back then.
Yeah.
He was like the man out there. He was like the
for
president.
sure.
They're like, chasing the car and shit.
That's hype.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I saw a couple, Rolls Royces, saw a couple, probably some famous people. I didn't know anybody, though. I didn't, see their faces or anything.
But fuck all those fancy stores. Stop shopping there. You guys get money. That's stupid.
Yeah, if I get rich, I'm just going to buy shit that I
I'm
normally
going to
buy.
buy a TJ Maxx. That's what I'm going to buy.
Let's go. You talked about New Orleans. I mean, just think about all the Lions fans that are going to take over New Orleans when the Lions get there for the Super Bowl. That's going to be an absolute party. And we need to somehow find a way to get down there, fellas.
Yeah.
Hey,
New Orleans Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans.
I went
So
for a
fucking
bachelor
dope.
party once. It was
Yeah.
insane.
I love New Orleans, bro.
That would be
It's a
legendary.
fucking blast.
And
So
just
big.
FYI, guys.
So careful.
FYI, just if you want to make take 3 weeks out of your life, Mardi Gras is March 4th.
Yeah.
So if the Super Bowl is
Yeah,
if the Super Bowl
baby.
is 16th, then
Just take a month off and
take a
stay
month
in
off.
New Orleans, party.
Come on now,
Show's
B.
going remote.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Month-long
Let's go back
heavyweight
to the old
broadcast.
frat days.
We
Let's
should
go.
do we should do like Kai Cenat and just do
Yeah.
a month-long stream
I'm down.
of us in fucking New Orleans the whole time.
I'm so down.
Beads
You
all
just bringing
around,
people
man.
off the street to interview them and
Yeah.
shit.
Heavy beads.
That
Gotta
type
get
of
the heavy
city.
beads.
That would be legendary.
You never
dude.
gonna
If
bump
we had
into
a poll
there.
like that and we could actually do it, that would be fun.
You guys gotta get your
I'm
own
gonna
beads.
text Kai Cenat and be like, "Yo,
Get your own
Hook it up.
beads.
hook it up.
The heavy beads.
Heavy beats.
Heavy beat, yeah.
Heavy beats for the heavies."
Only for the heavies. Yeah.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. We got FanDuel ranked their quarterbacks in the NFL. You might not like where Jared Goff is, but first, tell us about Katie K. Law.
Kevin and Catherine at Katie Killaw got your back. If you tell them the heavyweight sent you, they will pay your first time filing fee. Give them a call, 248-971-0476, or scan the QR code above my head. They deal with any type of family law issue, whether it be divorce, child custody, and or visitation, and criminal law. It's Kevin and Catherine at Katie K. Law right here in Birmingham, Michigan. Jaws. Now, that's the place to go. If you guys trying to have a good time for that Super Bowl, baby. Jars Cannabis got multiple locations open up in Grand Rapids and Milan, plus 27 more in the greater Detroit area. It's Jars Cannabis. Check them out.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Watch Party and the post-game show, both live from Hayes Social. Make sure you tap in. The heavyweights will be back for the Watch Party this week at Hayes Social. And Stick and Hansen, as always, for the post-game show, presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila.
Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. He's joined by Spimo Rex, Unky Skeet, Nicholas Koloff. You guys know the drill. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and shout out to everybody listening to us on any and every podcast platform.
Shout out to Percules in the Woodward Sports chat. He says, give Hutch a perk 30. He'll be good to go. I like it. Never done a perk.
I never did either, but they make it sound fun.
They do make it sound fun.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs,
kids.
Don't do drugs.
I won't.
Yeah.
I'm not a pill-popping type of person.
But you're a syrup sipping.
I've sipped syrup before.
You're
I don't
so high.
frequent it.
They couldn't reach you with a
Can't put
antenna.
down the cup. Can't put down the cup. Dude, have you seen that guy?
No.
Dave Blunt's?
Oh, that guy. God damn, dude.
I don't think I've ever seen him walk. I don't think I've seen him walk anywhere.
Was that his actual girlfriend that he was pictured next to?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
It's
but
not worth it looking up. I don't know why he's famous.
No, you don't want
Let's go to break. Let's go to the graphics. because FanDuel ranked their quarterbacks by tiers. And here's what they got. They got tier 1 is Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. Tier 2, they've got Patrick Mahomes. Where's Flannel at? Patrick Mahomes in tier 2 with Jared Goff, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, and Justin Herbert. And then in tier 3, you got Purdy, Darnold, Daniels, Wilson, Mayfield, and Stafford. There are two things that stand out to me the most on this list. I would personally put... Oh, that's perfect right there,
Sorry,
Pete.
buddy. Yep.
No, that's perfect. Thank you.
Perfect.
I would personally put Geno Smith into tier 3, and I would bump down probably Jaden Daniels. And then I would bump Stafford up to tier 2, and I would bump down Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I'm bumping Stafford up to tier 2. I think I'm bumping Stroud up to tier 3.
Stroud's in tier 4. Wow, I didn't see that.
That is crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
Can't
put down the cup. Can't put down the cup.
Probably the only thing I'm changing. I mean, this has got to be based off this year. Otherwise,
Geno
Mahomes
in tier 4?
Geno has like 13 touchdowns and 12 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken.
Eesh.
I could be incorrect on that, but they're winning games, but he's not having the best year. He's got 14 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. No, I'm leaving Geno in tier 4. The biggest one, I'm sure people are waiting for us to talk about.
Jared Goff.
Tier 2.
Tier 2.
Yes.
I don't have any problem.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not going to win the Super Bowl with them.
Yeah, look at the guys in tier 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You have arguably the best quarterback in the league, in league history, in tier 2.
And
I don't think that's disrespectful at all.
By the numbers, the other guys in tier 1 are fucking tier 1.
Yeah, for sure.
No one's touching or sniffing those numbers.
Yeah, I would definitely switch Stafford and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I'm cool actually just switching those guys. Honestly, bump Russ up tier 2.
Russ has been playing well.
If we're going off of this year, I'd honestly even throw Baker in there too.
Can't put down
because Baker lost both his starting wide receivers and still continued to ball. Baker's been balling out of his mind.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's being slept on. They might snipe that NFC South spot from the Atlanta Falcons because Kirk Cousins his soul left his body for whatever reason. I don't know what happened there, and I'm rooting for that, by the way, because that was Nick and I's preseason pick. But speaking of Nick, where you at with these tiers?
How do you feel about the tiers?
I think Jordan Love's a little high for my liking, boys. No surprise there. Overrated again. Everyone said he was going to be tier 1 of this list, probably.
How?
I'm
you
kidding.
Put
Obviously,
Jordan Love
that's
in
out
tier 3?
That's out of spite. All right, easy. I'm just playing around. All right. But I do like your guys' call on Hurts going down to tier 3. What do you guys think about Darnold maybe going up to 2, honestly?
I wouldn't mind.
If it's just this year, which it looks like it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Darnold in tier 2. And maybe I just feel like Brock's still kind of skating by of last year.
I don't like Brock Purdy as a quarterback. I don't
3.
think Brock Purdy will be a good quarterback.
And also on the Jared Goff thing, that means he's a top 8 quarterback this year. Like, you can 100% win a Super Bowl with that. Like, I know
He's
a lot of people.
top 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
You win
right
Super Bowl with him.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I know. A lot of people were saying that you couldn't.
The thing always was, and even with me, and you guys go back, check the tape and all that good shit like that. He was one of those guys that didn't want to like sacrifice the cap to. You know what I'm saying? Like the cap, you need to build a team. One thing I didn't foresee, two things I didn't foresee. Number one, Brad Holmes being quite possibly, for damn sure, the best drafter in Detroit Lions history.
Yeah.
And approaching the conversation when it comes to just NFL GMs. Like, he has been, his name will be brought up when you talk about guys that could draft their ass off. Brad Holmes has been that. So, like, one, JG, you could have that quarterback on a veteran contract when you're constantly supplying them with pieces around him on rookie deals, right? Because that's the opposite of having a quarterback on a rookie deal, surrounding him with big deal guys that can play right now. You're grabbing rookie guys that can play right now. And the other part of it, too, is Jared Goff got better.
Yeah.
Jared Goff got a lot better. And that's something that I didn't foresee. I thought at that point in his career that, like, you kind of got what you got out of it. No. And last year, not only did he make a jump last year, made another jump this year. A little bit obviously have to do with it being just like the same system for the past 3.5 years. Ben Johnson, the longest tenured offensive coordinator as we speak, outside of like head coaches that call their offenses. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. But he's also just gotten better, like just smarter. I think he's more physical. in physicality, I'm talking about like when he steps up in that pocket. If guys grabbing that shoulder pad, he's fucking shrugging them off and still continuing down the field in his reads. I mean, he broke an NFL record. How many times do you hear these records? It's always since like 1957. Like he broke a record that's never been fucking done. All right, 6 receptions of 5 different players. That's insane. Or 5 receptions of 6 different players.
5 to 6. Yeah.
That's still insane. Jared Goff got better, and Brad Holmes has proved to be something that we've never seen in my lifetime.
I think the whole situation with like how that went down with Jared Goff leaving left a massive chip on his shoulder. Getting sent out by the offensive mastermind and Sean McVay. You know, I think it definitely put a chip on his shoulder to allow him to get better. And you think about what he's done with, you know, the worst franchise, let's call it what it is, in NFL history. It was the Lions for the longest time, and he's done this job with this team, and obviously it goes all the way up through leadership, but Jared Goff is a leader on this team when he's the quarterback, and it's honestly special to see how far he's come.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It helps you have Dan Campbell in your corner, too.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking master motivator of men. Imagine you broke up with a girl, you had Dan Campbell in your corner. You'd be fucking... You'd shrug that breakup off quick.
You're getting in cheeks tonight.
You know what I'm saying?
The ultimate wingman, dude.
I mean, beyond him, you got Mark Brunell, former players, got a little feisty.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you'd be good.
Goff has a great support system with the Detroit Lions, and he's been playing out of his mind. So I think he's exactly where he should be on this list.
Yeah,
right behind Patrick
no
Mahomes.
Problem with it.
Maybe even could be in front of Patrick Mahomes this year.
Shout out to Mike Bell. Goff also durable. I don't think that's talked about enough. He is extremely durable.
He was taking some hits too. He took
that's how
some
he plays
hits
too. Yeah.
And so good for him. Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Good for JG. Pete,
sir,
what they get right? What they get wrong?
Tell you what, the rising stock on this list. Especially for next year, look for this guy to be tier 2, and that's Bo Nix. I really feel that what Sean Payton's doing with him, his second half, guys, has been absolutely pretty freaking good, and Bo Nix's stock is rising. And I'm going to do a little little switch up of how I would like to see this list. I'd like to drop Herbert out of the tier 2. As of right now, I'd like to put Russell Wilson up there in tier 2 because what he's doing in Pittsburgh, and you got to remember that, you know, how good was Justin Fields doing? And what is Mike Tomlin doing? He takes out Justin Fields, who was 4-2 as a starter, something like that, or 3-1 as a starter, and they replaced him with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is now 5-1 as a starter. Yeah. So I would put Russell Wilson up there. What he's doing in Pittsburgh with a limited, arsenal is definitely tier 2 material, especially with them being in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, shout out to Russell Wilson and the Steelers. All right, you can throw that graphic down, Pete. I like Bryce Young getting some respect because he's been playing well since he came back. He was tier 4.
Yeah, he's been
playing very well. He's been reading the defense well. He's been showing his athleticism and throwing the ball well on the run. But
at first I was like, who's he played? But then I was like, then the Eagles game happened. I was like, and honestly, he had the game-winning touchdown. Leggett just dropped it. Mm-hmm. By the way, I don't know if you guys partake, but yeah, you got it.
Well, Amon-Ra said, I'm getting you a chair for Christmas.
yeah. And,
he's like, I hope you don't do all your interviews like this. This is fucking crazy.
They always ask like the crazy food taking because he's from like deep South Carolina, Mullen, South Carolina, where the hell it is. Population like 3,000 people or something like that.
Raccoon.
Yeah, cool. My cousin called me and said we got that cool.
Yeah, dude. He did a post-game interview and they asked him about what he's excited for Thanksgiving. He's like, my cousin called me and got that coon up and we're going to skin it and eat it. I was like, dude, eating a raccoon is crazy.
It is crazy.
My dad
trash pandas. Oh yeah, did you guys catch that skunk?
No, we didn't. Hasn't shown its face since we strapped up. Motherfuckers been ducking us now. But my dad used to. I'm sure my dad ate rat because he was also from the Carolina. He's from the country himself. So he talked about hunting squirrels and shit all the time. I'm sure he ate a few raccoons.
I hunted a squirrel, but I never ate it.
Yeah, no, he used to eat squirrels a lot.
Squirrels the first thing I actually killed with my shotgun.
Why?
I was like 12.
Shotgun?
We went out hunting. Yeah, it was 22.
Oh.
We went out hunting and we didn't catch anything. By the way, hunting as a kid fucking sucks. It's just you getting fucking yelled at by your dad.
Yelled at by your dad.
Quit stepping on the leaves. Like it's fucking I'm fucking following you, guy. God. And it's like cold out and shit like that. But yeah, it's fucking last thing we were leaving. He's like, "There's a squirrel up there." Fucking boom, right in the fucking dome.
My boy Corey, it was probably the best shot I've ever seen. When we were up north at my friend's cabin, just getting hammered and, you know, hanging out for the weekend. We weren't hunting or anything. We were like going on the river, but we were out in the backyard. We were smoking and stuff, and it's up north, like near Gaylord. He had like one of those pump pellet guns, and my boy Corey just fucking 360 quick scope, shot up there, got a squirrel right in the neck. Had one way, body the other way. I was like, Corey, dude, that might be the best shot I've ever seen in my entire life.
Damn, with the BB?
Yeah, he didn't even like aim or anything. I mean, they were metal pellets.
I really didn't aim either. I was like, fucking, just want to go home.
Got it right. It was crazy, dude. Shot of the century.
That's a
for
great shot. Buddy of mine turned his deer rifle out of frustration. Deer rifle on a squirrel. All that were left on the tree stump were the legs. The body was just going the legs.
God damn, dude.
But
That's crazy.
Enough about the mutilation.
Actually, no, real
squirrels.
quick. Shout my Uncle Wayne. He's got a glass eye because they used to shoot each other with the BB guns when they were little. And he got popped in the eye.
My uncle Doug said they used to fucking shoot Roman candles at each other in the basement.
We shot bottle rockets at each other.
Yeah, my mom's because my mom, I grew up in the house my mom grew up in, and so like there were like black marks on the walls all over this basement, and my Uncle Doug said they used to fucking go down there and shoot Roman candles at each other.
Yeah, when they say don't stare down like the barrel of a gun, that's airsoft gun, middle school, kid's birthday party, lost his eye.
Oh, wait, you were there?
No, it was like luckily I wasn't. It was like a lot of my like really good friends.
So he was looking at it and shot it.
He was looking down at
what
like
a
on
fucking
accident
idiot.
because it was jammed. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he doesn't hear this. I feel bad for the guys.
Yeah,
but
shit.
Played on his like basketball team when we were young.
This kid's eyes fell out on a trampoline.
I'd go
one
hunting
time.
now.
Oh my god!
I don't like it as a kid that
The
much.
guy you were talking about?
Yeah, no, there's a different kid that he went to the same high school or he went to the same school. So he had like a disease that he had like loose eye sockets, and they like fucking on a trampoline one time.
No!
Both of them popped out. We're hanging.
They just put him back in, or
They had to go. Like he went to the hospital, but yeah. Like,
were you there?
yeah.
You saw his eyes.
This is my
pop
friend's
out.
backyard. Yeah.
Did you cry?
It was traumatizing for sure.
Don't stare down guns.
Yeah. No, it was just he. Like I said, he had some kind of condition to where he had like loose.
Shout out to Billy in the chat. Billy knows ball. Great comment.
Shout out.
Just period.
Billy knows ball. Let's go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk some Cade Cunningham. But first, let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can get a full body workout in 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit. And all memberships include fitness training. You can get all that for just $15 a month or upgrade to the Black Card and get use of all the amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to 2,500 locations worldwide. Planet Fitness. For more information or to join, go to planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Salvation Army. Sorry, I thought that was easy for some reason. The Salvation Army. I even said, he was like, Salvation. I was like, get ready, easy. When you give to the Salvation Army, your donation makes it possible to serve our community's most vulnerable 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The Salvation Army of Metro Detroit's 2024 Red Kettle Christmas Campaign fundraising goal is $7 million. Your contributions will help provide love beyond Christmas to individuals in need of food, shelter, and compassion. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to donate.sagreatlakes.org to donate.
Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm joined by Small Rex, Unky Skeet, and Nicholas Koloff. Could you guys imagine being a pathetic Philadelphia Eagles fan? I mean, imagine your quarterback has Devontae Smith, has freaking A.J. Brown, a running back that demands a stacked box.
MVP running back.
And you only put up 108 yards? That's pathetic.
Pathetic.
That's like fireable offense.
Yeah, he's really not good.
Against what team again was this team?
The Carolina Panthers.
The Carolina Panthers? What the 108 yards against the Carolina Panthers?
Terrible.
And they think that assured.
At home.
They got what? J.C. Horn? Is that their?
Yeah.
Who else?
Couldn't tell you.
Who else? And that's who.
I think they have a pretty good safety, but
108 yards is pathetic. And imagine that following week having enough balls to try to come and talk shit in this chat. You took 4 sacks, by the way, too.
Just absolutely shameless. I mean, those are the fans of Philadelphia. I mean, look at the Sixers,
hell.
dude. How embarrassing. The Pistons are better than the Sixers, too.
I'll tell you what. Detroit Lions fans.
Oh, and when the Red Wings beat the Flyers tomorrow.
God. Again.
Yeah, Legion of Doom. You guys remember those bumps?
Mm-hmm. Detroit Lions fans on the way to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to survive without too many offenses going on and anybody going to jail. But more than likely, probably Philadelphia Eagles fans. Be some fights there. And then maybe it'll be nice this time around for the Bills because oh yeah.
Bills fans are cool.
Come Super Bowl time.
Yeah, that's different.
Different energy. Lions fans on a path of destruction too.
Lions fans are on a path of destruction.
I'm just saying, get you guys cardio up in case you got to fight in those stands. You know what I'm saying? Just practice from like a stair. Just get on the fucking treadmill of the stairs.
Yeah, the stair
practice
climber.
punching up.
Stair
just
climber.
In case. You know what I'm saying?
Ba-ba-ba, like Rocky.
Just in case.
Oh, Rocky sucks too. Never mind. Fuck Philly.
Rocky Marciano. Nick, you want to say something?
I'm gonna imagine you're
gonna
the best thing about your city being diarrhea on a bun. I mean, that's literally ours too.
Yeah,
Coney dog
fair.
over Philly cheesesteak.
Yes, sir.
That's fair. Yeah, you guys have a statue of a fucking fake athlete.
Of a fake athlete.
Rocky did it. Like he doesn't exist. He didn't win a single fight. He is 0-0. He's not even fucking. He's still a virgin.
He is a virgin.
Never had. Rocky's not a real person.
Imagine erecting a statue of a virgin in your city and it not being the Virgin Mary.
That's like us making a RoboCop statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it happened here in Detroit. No.
And the only statue that they did put up of a real athlete, Allen Iverson, looks like shit.
Reggie White doesn't have a statue?
No.
Wow.
But the Allen Iverson statue, did you guys see that?
Looks terrible.
It looks like shit.
Yeah, looks terrible.
I mean, what the fuck?
They don't have a Dr. J statue?
Not that I know of.
Dude, Philly, you guys
That's embarrassing.
suck, man.
But you have a fucking Rocky statue.
You got a Rocky statue.
That's what you did with your attributions of statue was a fake fucking athlete that never existed. That's insane. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Truly.
And Allen Iverson.
Philly fans literally ate horse shit in the streets when they won a Super Bowl. It says DNC ENT.
That's
I
fucking
mean,
disgusting.
I'm not surprised. I can't fact check that right now, but I would not be surprised if there was a video of Philly fan literally eating horse shit.
They'd probably do it win or lose.
Yeah.
I get 100%.
Yeah, I think
see
that's
Philly
just
fans.
par for the course in Philadelphia. They just like to eat shit.
And then Packers fans, that's just normal eating horse shit. You guys you're dairy farmers. You just put a little cheese on it. That's your fucking. What is the go-to meal? And for real, I'm not even joking.
In Green Bay? I mean,
no
Green
one
Bay's
knows.
not a real place.
Yeah, because no one fucking. That's why you don't know.
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds. Cheese turds.
I got some.
We're not giving them
I'm
that.
telling you what, cheese curds are good.
Yes, they are.
I mean, it's just bite-sized mozzarella.
Yeah, but
sticks.
it's just not. Yeah, it's not. It's a mozzarella stick. That's not anything special to
for sure.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
No,
you don't have a native food. You don't. What is it? Cheese.
Cheese.
Probably. It's everywhere.
Yeah, there is cheese everywhere. You guys didn't invent cheese.
Dairy farming can happen fucking
France.
anywhere.
It's called France.
You're
invented
nothing
cheese?
special.
Of course, France invented
The
cheese.
Italians had cheese.
Cheese.
Italians had
Italians.
cheese.
Yep.
Make the
Ricotta.
pizza. Ricotta.
Central Europe.
Just
The
say.
mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
What's that?
Just saying. These people in this chat. This guy just said Barry Sanders overrated. Calvin Johnson overrated. Can you?
Barry Sanders overrated.
I can't name a single fit-off Eagle that's been on the cover of Madden. We had 2 of them.
No.
Donovan McNabb.
Imagine your best
Who was
corner
it
being
since
a
then?
white guy.
I don't think even Deuce Staley or
And
Randall
Donovan
Cunningham
McNabb actually
made the
fucking
cover.
sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, he had sucked, but he
Donovan McNabb was
a little
on the
overhyped.
cover. Yeah. He did not suck.
I don't think
Donovan
Randall
McNabb was pretty
Cunningham was around for the cover or in time for
good.
the
Did Mike
cover.
Vick
Deuce
make it as an
Staley?
Eagle and a Falcon?
Yeah.
I don't think he did as an Eagle.
And I don't
That'd
think
be
Deuce
that'd
Staley
be a
made
tough
it either.
look after what happened.
Yeah. Imagine your best quarterback beating dogs.
Deuce Staley, LaShawn McCoy. I'm just going over some of the better running backs in their history.
Shady McCoy was. I like Shady.
But they
McCoy.
never made the cover.
Yeah,
They-
Brian Dawkins, was he ever on the cover?
Nope.
Reggie White wasn't on the cover.
I think Donovan McNabb's the only one.
Imagine Nick Sirianni pulling that cocky, weird shit in front of Dan Campbell. He'd smack the
He
piss out of
slapped
him.
the shit out of Nick Sirianni.
The whole entire next year, Sirianni would be doing press conferences like this. This fucking
Right.
giant nose
Nick
broken.
Sirianni would get absolutely bitched by Dan Campbell.
What are we doing? We already know the same with LaFleur. LaFleur's getting bitched by our fans. Shout out to Fahad. Fahad down the field.
Shout out Fahad down the field. You guys built a statue to a virgin, and it's not even the Virgin Mary. Like
Losers.
Losers.
By the way, Brett Favre, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
He stole.
Brett Favre is legitimately a terrible
Legitimately
human
a
being.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Gave up the sack record.
I think
Just
Packers
fell
fans
down.
will even admit that.
He could go. He'd go to jail for that.
That is.
He's lucky his sports books weren't around for that.
Paul Crew, dude.
Yeah, that's who he is.
He's the real life Paul Crew, and he steals money from charity organizations, and he sends unsolicited dick pics. He's just a bad guy.
Sound like you.
I mean, I've never stolen any money.
Paul Crew, pro comp, Brett Favre. Maybe Philly might put a fucking statue of him.
Yeah, maybe
a fake athlete.
Philly should build a statue. Philly's probably gonna build a statue of Mark. Hey, guess what? Mark Wahlberg likes Detroit better than Philly.
That's true.
It's very true.
And he's your best Eagle of all time. I mean, if Rocky's your best athlete of all time,
Yeah, you
then
guys
Mark
also-
Wahlberg's got to be the best Eagle of all time.
You guys made a fucking movie of a guy that has like 36 career catches.
Yeah,
losers.
That guy's a
fucking losers.
We got a movie coming out about Clarissa Shields. You know what she is? The Woat. Clarissa Shields would beat the shit out of Rocky.
Dude, I was at her
Right,
first
for
3 title
sure.
fights.
For sure, even off the sauce.
Yep.
What are we doing?
I was at her first 3 title fights.
You were?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
hype.
Oh yeah, no, I could show you footage. You'll see me in the front row of for like her first fights, but she was definitely a freaking
Fuck yeah.
tough
Pete's
woman,
wearing
man.
a mink coat like Frank
Fuck
Lucas
yeah,
in
dude, I
front
was
row
there
for
like
the
Joe
Clippers.
Namath, baby. I was in my fur coat like
Hell
Joe
yeah.
Namath, man.
Frank Lucas. Pete's got his Puerto Rican wife that bought him the fucking mink coat. He's like, I told you not to buy me this flashy shit.
Did you see that picture I sent my cousin in the chat?
No. At the
cookout?
At the cookout, yeah.
That's Pete at the fight.
That's Pete at the fight for sure.
White Pete in the meat coat.
No, I was gonna look like the guy that we saw Spenny in the coffee shop today.
Yeah, dude. Guy came in a Birmingham roast, minked up.
Dude.
You guys say
Joe
what up, though?
Namath
No,
style.
I saw
Did
him.
the buffs on?
No, I just
Italian?
he had a full mink on.
Dude.
I didn't see what he looked like. I
Heavy
just saw
mink.
the coat.
That's respect.
Joe Namath style.
Jameson Williams, Carlton Davis, Kirby Joseph were out giving coats away last night. And somebody gave away a rack of minks as their donation.
No way.
Swear to God.
Sweet.
I'll find the video for our guy, Eric
Imagine
Woodward.
being the kid that got the mink.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Just pulling up to school the next day in a full mink.
We do also, you know what's funny though? Like to them, that's probably lame. Like, cause they all want like Fortnite, Pokemon codes.
Yeah.
They got a mink. They're getting made fun of. They got a
Look
fucking.
at this loser. He looks like he looks like a squirrel.
Yeah, dude.
This guy looks like Ric Flair coming
Dude,
to
I
school.
remember we went as Night's Watch for Halloween one year. Me and all my boys. There's like 8 of us. We all dressed up like Night's Watch. It was fucking dope costumes.
Pete, I'm gonna send you a video.
My
Sounds
aunt,
sick.
my aunt, she's like, I got something perfect for your costume, and it was like a neck piece, a gray mink neck piece, and she was like, yeah, Roel got it for me when he was in New York. I was like, Aunt Nina, like, I've never worn anything this expensive in my life. I'm gonna be drinking and raging all night. Like, I might throw up on this thing. She's like, oh, it's fine. I was like, all right. Didn't throw up on it. Got it back to her. It was the cherry on top of my Night's Watch costume.
Shout out.
Shout out,
Yeah, shout out Aunt Nina.
Uncle Roel.
And Uncle Roel, yeah. Yeah, I guess Uncle Roel bought it.
He got it while he's in what? The
New York.
Philippines? Oh, New
No,
York.
no.
He's Filipino though, right?
He is Filipino.
All right, cool. Make sure I didn't say anything kind
Yeah.
of racist.
No, dude, we should go up to state and party with my Uncle Roel for a tailgate next year because him and his brothers, dude, they throw ragers every single year.
Pete, I'm gonna send you a video.
All right, buddy.
I just sent it
Slack.
If you want to download it, is the rack of minks
Got it.
at the Coats for Kids last night, downtown Detroit. Or actually, it's at a boxing gym.
Mike Hilton in the Woodward Sports Chat Super Chat says, seriously, who pooped my pants?
Here it
That is a caper for a better detective than I.
You know what I thought about every time I'm going to take a shit the last like 5 times is when he commented every poop time's a pee time, but not every pee time's a poop time.
It's true. True. Try.
At the Detroit boxing gym last night.
Just a rack of mink coats, dude. That's legendary.
That is truly
How
legendary.
do you choose the kids that get the minks?
That's very true.
That's a good question, Spenny.
It's at a boxing gym. They could fight for it.
They could fight for it.
You know, it's probably more. Again, it's probably parents fighting for it because
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Kirby Joseph and J-Mo didn't get slandered by PETA for that.
Yeah, I mean,
those fucking psychopaths.
Carlos Monarez, whatever the hell his name's on, probably on that one.
I hate that.
He's drawing that up as we speak.
Lions give murder to children in
Yeah.
Detroit. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We can do a mailbag segment. But first, let me tell you about New Holland. New Holland Brewing Company and their taller long drink are the best decisions when you're looking to enjoy game day right. Make sure you get them at a local Total Wine near you. Locally sourced, delicious, grapefruit puree and gin-based cocktail. New Holland Brewing Company and taller long drink. They're doing it right.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward Sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Get energized for the holidays during the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Now through December 20th, join for $1 down, $15 a month. And recharge this holiday season and beyond in the clean and spacious judgment-free zone, filled with equipment for every workout. Stay motivated with free fitness training and lots more. Celebrate the 12 Days of Fitness at Planet Fitness. Join for $1 down, $15 a month. Hurry, offer ends December 20th.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters, delicious, locally roasted specialty coffee dropped off right at your doorstep. Just subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Made here in Michigan, so support local and just enjoy game day right. You got to start your morning off right. Start it off with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
I heard the largest lesbian fan base in the NFL belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles.
I heard that too, because all of their fans have vaginas. It's just some of them like women.
Yeah.
And Ohio State fans.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Impressive.
It is impressive.
Good for them, you know?
Yeah.
That's the representing down there.
I guess.
Maybe that's why I got sent to Brazil.
Maybe that's why they like Rocky so
much. All the lady boys in the team. Just know that your team is the one that brought back all the Latin cartels that are robbing everybody, by the way.
That is true.
Joe Burrow robbed Monday night.
Joe Burrow robbed Monday night because the Philadelphia Eagles gave the information.
They played in Brazil.
Yeah.
And came back and brought it back. Your player's about to get robbed, too.
Yeah.
Saquon's going to ask for a trade after he gets robbed. Damn sure AJ about to ask for a trade because, you know, he's a big pussy.
Yeah, imagine your wide receiver one being a just straight vagina.
Just a straight muffin. Fucking sausage.
Not even a good muffin either. Not like a banana nut muffin. He's like a carrot muffin.
Like an oatmeal raisin muffin.
Yeah. A pumpkin muffin.
Yeah. Yeah, pumpkin raisin muffin.
What's the best muffin? You're right.
Blue chocolate chip or blueberry?
I think it's blueberry or banana nut.
Ooh, banana nut's really
banana
good.
Nut muffins are so
Those
good.
three are top tier. So you can't go wrong.
I think the double chocolate muffins are kind of overrated.
Nah, they're great. Whoa, double chocolate, yeah.
Kind of overrated.
Give me the regular with the chips though.
Lemon poppy seed are pretty good too.
Yeah, lemon poppy seed.
I'm a big poppy seed guy in the right weekend.
Glass of milk with that double chocolate though.
Poppy seed milk.
Hits the spot.
Poppy seeds, man. Get your opium.
Yep.
It's true. Got to get your daily intake of opium.
Just saying.
Speaking of Percocet, no.
You ever watch a Philadelphia person eat the cheesesteak?
Yeah, they eat it.
They double fist it. They crank it for whatever reason.
They crank that Soldier Boy.
They crank it like Lily Phillips.
It was impressive.
Thank you, Chat family. You all rock. They do, Jan. Shout out to you, Mama Jan.
Shout out to Mama Jan.
Booner says mailbags, French toast or waffles?
Waffles.
For sure.
They literally they're strategically made to capture all the syrup and buttery goodness. Waffles all day.
French toast is niche. Like, I like French toast a lot, but you can't eat French toast too often. It's too sweet. And waffles shit on pancakes.
Waffles are the shit. If it weren't for the waffle, Nikes, Jordans wouldn't exist, by the way. Waffle iron. Actually, how they discovered the traction on shoes.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That is true.
Shout out to Orwell Nike. I'm just kidding. I don't know his name off the top of my head.
Orwell Nike. I want to talk to Mr. Nike.
Some of these names back in the day. Oh, Mr. Nike.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Nike. French toast is good, but
I'm not a
Chase Amley says waffles 1, pancakes 2, French toast 3. I would probably put French toast in front of pancakes, but waffles is definitely 1.
I went to type in who discovered Nike, but because you're talking about waffles, type in who discovered waffles. Phil Knight.
Phil Knight discovered waffles?
No. He discovered Nikes.
I was about to say, damn.
Ancient Greece and medieval Europe.
Banana bread French toast, says Jan. Oh my god.
The earliest records of waffles date back to ancient Greece, where they were called
They're banging
oblas.
dudes and eating waffles.
Yeah. They were called oblas and cooked between 2 hot meal plates. These early waffles were savory
crepe.
and used to hold meats and other toppings.
That's a crepe. You just described a crepe.
Waffle
Crepes
spread.
are good, but I don't trust them. They're too spongy.
They gotta be wrapped correctly.
Yeah.
Gotta wrap them right.
This girl, this young lady that I used to hang out with a lot, likes these crepes.
Slut.
They were good, not gonna lie, but they were expensive as shit, dude.
I did date this vegan for a minute, and
what? Definitely a
slut. Yeah, for sure.
Relax. My sister-in-law's a vegan. So is my brother. My brother's a slut. But she's a good lady. She's a nice lady.
No, but I had some bomb-ass cauliflower chicken wings, quote unquote. But then she also made out of spaghetti squash. Made like spaghetti. Actually,
spaghetti squash is good.
I've had that before.
My friend Ethan, he was just the most useless person in college. Like he would give me dabs to boil his pasta. I can't boil pasta. I'm like, what do you mean you can't fucking boil pasta? He's like, it's always not done or too done. I'll give you 5 dabs if you go make me some pasta. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
It takes fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah, literally. You set it and forget it.
Yeah.
It did take me 28 years to discover how to cook rice, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, rice is definitely.
There's an art to that one. Shout out to the Asians.
Shout out to the Asians.
Perfected it.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Sogies. He makes.
Shout out to Uncle Walla.
What?
What's your uncle's name?
Uncle Roel.
Uncle Roel.
Pancetta is it's a Filipino dish that my uncle makes. It is really good. It's like really thin. I think they're rice noodles. Delicious. But that'll do it for us today.
Oh, you're saying a story. That's all right.
Appreciate you tagging it. I was just, no, it's not important. We'll catch you guys later. For Easy, for Uncle Skeet, for Nick, I'm Spencer. We're the heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Sadokis.
Sadokis.